Talk Radio. The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
You're a fan.
Dirty pervert.
What, do you hate me?
No, I totally disagree with sex with a robot.
It wasn't even good enough to be shit.
You can pack that in as soon as you like.
I got a mouth for a sausage.
Wow! Dear. What a radio program this is.
It's Friday. 03444991000 is the telephone number. Sound of the hits. Evening, Catherine Boyle.
Hey.
Evening, Sam, who's taking your phone calls this evening. My name is Iain Lee. It's the Late Night Alternative. If you stop listening or you kind of dip in and out because it got a bit too heavy and forget that. The heaviness is gone. It's just back to dicking around on the radio. It's fun. It's laughs. It's light. It's frothy. It's completely irrelevant to anything that's going on.
And you're going to love it.
I can't feel sorry for Theresa May, though, because of Grenfell and because of Windrush and because of all the other crappy things that she did. But she cried. Didn't cry when she met anyone from Grenfell, when she eventually met them. Didn't cry when she slashed the police budgets, thereby raising the risks of knife crime and terrorism. Didn't cry when she sent home loads of black people because they hadn't got the proper documents and stuff, so I'm not crying one bit for her, just because they downloaded a new update for her that made her fake tears. That's what they done. And you know what? I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. That's the end of the serious stuff. 03444991000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. Who died yesterday?
Well, probably very many people who would...
Don't be flippant, we're discussing death.
I know.
No flippancy with death.
Long and full lives.
No flippancy when it comes to death.
Who did die yesterday?
Very famous author.
Oh, yeah, I know. Mog.
Yep, go on, what's her name?
And a tiger who came to tea.
That's correct. What's her name?
It's gone out of my mind.
Loads of people were saying that the tiger who came to tea was about Nazis because she was an elderly Jewish woman who fled the Nazis, and the tiger was supposed to be the Gestapo.
I think it was just a tiger.
Yeah, then there was an interview with her on the radio going, no, it was just a tiger.
Yeah.
Well,
although I think that mum was pulling a fast one.
The name, right, so the first name is Judith. Right.
Judith Kerr.
Wrong. Incorrect. Incorrect answer.
Kerr.
Incorrect answer.
Go on then.
It's pronounced Judith Carr,
Right.
despite being spelt K-E-R-R.
Yeah, I used to know a Rachel Kerr who was spelt the same. It depends
Well, hang on,
where you're
Care
from.
is spelt care.
No, it's not spelt the same.
Well,
and I know a
well,
Ben.
hang on,
And I also know.
Hang on. Stop the clock. Time, as my boys would say, pause.
Well, that doesn't work on me.
Pause. They think that life is a video game. My kids are idiots. Kidiots. Not bad. 7 minutes into the show. Yes, I'm insulting my children, but let's pray to God they never, ever hear. Imagine, right?
They're your children to insult.
I die, right? I die 25, 30 years' time, and they're mourning me, and one of you weirdos goes, Ian's dead. Let's send his kids a collection of everything he ever did. Oh, jeez. And they just pluck this show, Friday, May the 24th, the end of May. They just pluck Friday, May the 24th out, and they play it. And they go, oh, that was the day that, that's the day that Theresa, do you remember Theresa May? No, I don't. Well, she was the Prime Minister. Oh, yeah, I've got it. Yeah. Oh, this could be a good one. It's historical. Well, 7 minutes into it, I call them kidiots.
Oh, I'm sure you'll have called them far worse.
They rip the cassette, they rip the hologram audio file out of the Invisiwall and toss it in the virtual trash, and then they go and find my grave. They go and find my ashes that are in an urn, and they urinate in it, and then they mix it up, and then they drink it. They drink my ashes.
To be fair, that does sound like your kids.
Yeah, it does actually, but they are kidiots. Why was I insulting my children?
Because I know people with the surname Kerr, and some of them are pronounced Kerr, and some are Care, and also Carr is another one.
What? No, okay. Well, Kerr. Okay, yeah, fine. Care. Yeah, I could buy that.
There's Graham from the Sun.
Hey, Graham from the Sun. Can you go and get? Yeah, that's it. You get it. Go on. That's it. You leave. Look at this. Just as it was getting spicy, just as it was getting fresh, Catherine Boyle sneaks out. Well, don't worry, I can keep it fresh. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. Let's go to Jack. Good evening, Jack.
Good evening.
Good evening, Jack.
Hello, how you doing?
I am, I actually feel very nauseous, Jack. I've not had much to eat today. I've got a slight headache, I've got an upset tummy and a runny botty.
That's TMI, isn't it, Jack?
He asked, and I am being very, very brave about it. I'm being Mummy's little soldier. We're broadcasting from a submarine tonight, by the way, guys, just in case you're wondering what the noise is.
So mind your heads.
Yep. We are broadcasting live from a submarine. Was the first time I believe this has ever been done. So if we lose the signal at any point, I apologise. We are 20,000 leagues under the sea. Jack, it's good to have you on the show this evening on this Friday. What can we do for you tonight?
I've been starting this career where I start singing, and I was wondering.
Singing career, you say?
If I could show my talent off.
You could sing, if you could sing your talent off?
Yeah.
I wouldn't sing it off if I were you, I'd keep it on. But yeah, sure, you want to sing a song, Jack? You sing us a song, mate. It's 10:10 on a Friday night.
I think it's song time.
It's song time!
And guess what? I've got the heebie-jeebies, and I had a nervous pee 10 minutes ago.
Well, you've not got a shy bladder, have you? Unlike one of our callers earlier.
Paul.
This week. Paul. Well, he's got the heebie-jeebies, he's cacking his pants. All right, so, Jack, you can do this. The vibe is strong with this one. I'm looking forward to hearing the launch of a new career, a new chapter in music as Jack, who is... Well, remind me, Jack, you're 14, yeah?
15.
Ooh, Look at you showing off. As Jack, 15-year-old young man, starts his new career as a singer live on Talk. He's chosen Talk Radio. He's not chosen Radio X. He's not chosen the Radio One. He's not even chosen Virgin. He's probably the one I should have said first. What with them, bankrolling this folly. But he's chosen Talk Radio. So, Jack, over to thee.
All right. So what I'm going to be singing, Alexa, shut up.
I don't know that one, Jack. No. How does it go? Hey!
What I'm going to be singing
is
a song. It's Someone You Loved by Liz Capaldi.
Oh, yeah, one of those cheerful modern ones.
Literally have no idea who that is, unless it's George Ezra, he's the only modern guy that I know.
Okay, here we go.
Here we go.
We're doing this.
Yes.
There's no turning back.
Here we go. This is it.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. I'm going under and this time I feel there's no one to save me. We're so nothing really got the way you're driving me crazy.
He's already infinitely better than Nigel.
I need somebody to heal, somebody to know, somebody to have, somebody to hold. It's easy to say, it's never the same. I guess I kinda lied away and I'm tired of pain and now the day bleeds into nightfall, and you know
she's gonna get the listeners flooding back. Those last Ray Jazz were a blip.
And you pulled the rug. I was getting kinda used to being someone you love.
Sounds like a raga, an Indian raga. Is that when they just do one note? I think it is, yes. I think it is.
Wanna turn to.
Oh, yeah.
There's so nothing really. Oh no, I messed up.
Oh no, Jack, listen. What a great. Okay, listen, stay there. Turn it off. That was a great first performance. Let's just take some calls completely at random and find out. Are you open for the criticism, Jack? Do you want to hear what people think? Okay, let's go to Dominic. Dominic, I know you've called in about something else. We will get to there, I promise you. But. What did you think of Jack singing?
I think he found a note and he stuck with it.
Yep.
Consistent, you're right.
Consistent, yep, good, well, good word. It's a good C word.
It went on for a length of time.
Yep.
Yeah.
7 out of 10.
Okay, there we go.
This is all sounding good.
That was there we go. That's not bad. Let's go to let's just everyone who I'm doing. We will come back to you for your points. But let's Alan Caddick, what did you think of Jack there? Now, Alan, you are a professional singer, and as much as you got barred from your local karaoke from doing Star Trek,
We're done the karaoke now. Actually,
you've been what?
I'm retired.
You've retired.
I thought Jack was really good. I could see him having a #1 single in a few months' time.
Oh!
Waka waka.
Aye. Okay, all right. Well, listen, let's try this guy. Rainbow George, what did you think of Jack singing?
Well done, Jack. I think he could be singing our Eurovision Song Contest.
Don't get him involved!
Eurovision Song Contest.
Don't do it. You're better than that, Jack. You're better than that. There you go. That was your first one. You did it brilliantly. People said things about it.
Yeah.
Do you want me to continue?
No, because we got a busy show tonight, Jack. We got a busy show. I want you to continue.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, time dictates that thou can't.
Let's just keep it special.
Let's keep it. Jack, you are a legend. Thank you, mate. 0344 499 1000. Alan, Dom, George, stay there. But if you don't want Alan and George to come on, give us a call now, because otherwise, you know what we're going to do. People say, it's the same old voices all over again. Well, call in. Call in.
We'd rather have yours.
Yes, 0344 499 1000. This is Talk Radio.
Jacked up jive talk for janitors, jazz cats, and gin-soaked boys and girls.
Is that Commando?
If you're awake, you're welcome.
I've got 5 cactus needles stuck in my...
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. So we've got a few people have come back to the show because the show's funny again. And we've got some new people coming back now. I think this is a new person who's following me on Twitter. And what I quite like to do is if I see a new face pop up, or if I see a new face pop up a few times, I'll click on their bios.
Yeah.
And there's a guy called Sean Boscott.
Oh, yes, I've seen him.
Now, I was drawn to him because he's handsome. He's a hunk. He looks like a more handsomer Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, exactly, right. And he kept popping up saying nice things about it. Had to feed the ego, so I clicked on him. And it turns out he's a fascist. No, it doesn't. That was a joke. Listen to this. This is one of the greatest bios of all time. Sean Boscott. Horticulturalist, florist, a myrmecologist by trade. UK's largest supplier of native and tropical ants. He's an ant dealer. He's an ant dealer.
Ant-Man.
He's Ant-Man. Isn't that insane? He sells ants. And then I went to his website. He sells ants.
What do you want ants for, then?
I don't know. They're in the garden.
Yeah.
I've got shed loads in the garden.
The ants come into my house every summer. I have to put powder down.
There we go. Chris Little says, Ian, this is on Twitter, Ian, you're a dick.
Oh.
Bit rude.
Well, no, you might mean it nicely.
Expect a phone call on Tuesday to your boss, horrible man. My boss is a lovely man. How dare you? Listen, if you're going to start calling my boss a horrible man, then I don't think he's going to take very kindly to your phone calls, Chris Little, if that is your name. Chris Little, 580-60953. What happened to the other 580,692,052 Chris Littles? What happened to those guys? That's what I want to know. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. Dominic.
Hello. How you doing, guys? Hope you're well.
All right, listen to you. Listen, Perky
I know.
Pants.
I've been listening to podcasts all day. It's been really good.
Well, thank you very much indeed. Well, the vibe is back. Oh, we need to test something.
Go for it.
We need to test the dump button.
Oh, yeah, we do.
Loads of people have said, why are there bits missing from the last 2 days' shows on the Listen Again?
Because of potty mouths
is
the answer.
So the dump button, Dominic, hasn't been working. It's been intermittent, right? So for those who don't know, we broadcast on we've got 14-second delay, so we can do a double dump. If someone swears or is libelous or talks about, elections they're not meant to talk about under the rule of Purdah, I can press the button and it doesn't go out. It kind of takes that 7 seconds of radio and kind of sucks it. The extractor fan above your oven? Oh. It's like that.
Except it works.
But it works and it's for sound, right?
Okay.
But we've had problems, Dominic, in that I hit the dump button last night because, and man. Someone dropped the rudest of all swear words on the radio show last night.
Burke.
No, they dropped a C-bomb. Now, here's the thing, right? 20 years I've been doing this game. And no one's ever... the only time someone else has said the C word to me and I had to dump it was on LBC, years and years ago. And they said it 6 times. You're a C. And I dumped it. And the dump button didn't work then. I wonder if dump buttons aren't strong enough for that. Anyway, so what happens is, Dominic, it dumps it online, it dumps it on the app, it dumps it on half of the DAB. But there are some DAB regions where the swear words can still be heard.
Are these more common areas or posher areas?
I think they're common areas. I think they're very common areas. Yes, I do. Right. So, what we're going to do is I'm going to say a word. Don't say what it is, Dominic.
You'll be able to hear it, Obs.
You'll hear it, and George and Alan and Dave will hear it because they're queued up ready to come on. I'm going to say a word. If you hear it, dear listener, I want you to tell me what that word is, right? Phone in or go on Twitter, right? So, here is dumped it.
Whoa.
Dumped it. Steady, Dom.
Easy.
Steady. If
Guess
you...
my mother with your mouth.
He would.
I would, actually. So, if you heard that word... Please tweet us at Iain Lee, hashtag TLNA, the Late Night Alternative, and let's find out if it's fixed like I was told it was earlier on today. Dom, while we wait for those to come flooding in, what have you got for us?
Well, like I said, I've been listening to a podcast today, and I've got my scarf on. I know it's a scarf special, but I couldn't listen live, so I've got my scarf on. It's a black and red one, quite long, goes past my waist. I wanted to. No one was able to phone in and tell you what finagle means, so I wanted to tell you. It means obtained by dishonest means.
Right. Okay.
Did we ask?
When you say you've been listening to a podcast, I'm guessing it wasn't like yesterday's podcast.
No, I've not listened to that yet. That's in the queue.
Okay, so when is this podcast from?
6th of October 2005.
Absolute bell. What an absolute bell. He's listening to stuff from 14 years ago. Oh, Dom, can you... actually, before I cut you off for being a bell, what does finagle mean?
It means obtain by dishonest means.
Thanks very much indeed. That's Dom there being an absolute bell cheese. 0344 499 1000. Let's just see. The dump worked. 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 Yeah. The dump worked. I think we're safe, guys.
I think we're safe.
I think we are safe. Think we're safe. There we go. Thank God for that. So look at us celebrating at having an almost fully functioning studio. It cost 25 million quid. 25 million pounds. Outrageous behaviour. Let's go to Dave. Good evening, Dave.
Hello, mate.
Hello, Dave. What you got for us?
I'm just ringing up to prove to my son that I would dare ring you, because he's listening to his mum's.
Oh.
And he's dared me to ring you, so this will make his day.
This will make his day. What's your son's name?
Lewis.
And how old is Lewis?
12.
Good evening, Lewis. Your dad did it. And here's the thing, Lewis. Your dad responds to a dare, however stupid it is. So tomorrow, or next time you see your dad, dare him to give you 50 quid. I bet he won't. Dare him. Dare him to give you 50 quid. That's what you need to do, Lewis. Well, you've called in, Dave. Have you got anything to say?
No, that was just it.
Thanks very much for your call. Done. There we go. Dare is done. I'm happy to help out with dares. 0344 499 1000. Good evening, Alan.
Hiya, Mark. Hi, Kath.
Hey, someone's had a little bit too much of pussy.
I've got some good news about my mum.
I'm just saying, Alan.
The energy drink.
Yeah, he sounds like he's had a little bit too much pussy or Monster or Red Bull or any of those energy drinks. Sound very, very hyper, doesn't he? Sound very hyper.
No, I'm in a good mood. She might be home in a couple of weeks.
Yes, that's great news.
And she doesn't have to have oxygen tanks in the house.
She's what?
She doesn't have to have oxygen tanks in the house.
That's a shame, because you can have great fun with those. Can you get high on oxygen tanks?
No, I think that's the laughing gas you're thinking of.
Okay. Katherine, did you have gas and air when you had babies? What is it?
The second time I did, yeah.
Is it like smoking a joint? What is it?
No, it's like that first glass of wine just takes the edge off a little bit, just nice little buzz going on.
And if you keep...
can make you sick.
If you suck it down and hold your breath and then hold your nose...
Why would you do that?
For as long as you can, and then slowly... and then have your partner sit on your chest and force feed it to you. Yeah. What happens then?
Don't know. A bit tricky. I was a bit pregnant.
If anyone's ever done that, I would love to know. Would love to know what that feels like. Alan, that is great news about your mum.
Me and my dad are so happy.
Yeah, it means you're going to get a cooked meal again, doesn't it?
No, I do the cooking.
Oh, Alan, thank you very much indeed. Let's go to George. Good evening, George.
Good evening.
Let's keep the pace up now. It's been fast-paced so far.
No, I can't be fast.
Okay,
this is a
you can be brief then.
Special day. It's
what anniversary of it is it of something you did that didn't work?
No, it's a 5-day. It's I'm into numerology and
I didn't, but I kind of guessed that you're into that nonsense.
And 5 in the tarot pack is the Hierophant, the revealer of secrets.
So hang on, what do you mean it's a 5-day? It's May the 24th.
Now, if you count all the numbers up, it ends up with 5.
What numbers are we counting up?
2 and 4.
6.
The 5.
9.
2.
Where's the 2 from?
2019.
Oh, Jesus. 11. Yeah? So 11, then plus 1 is 12, plus 9 is 21. So it's a 3-day.
2 and 4 is 6.
Yeah.
And 5 is 11. That's for May.
Oh, right. Okay. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah.
2 is 13.
Okay.
The 1 is 14 and the 9 is 23. So 2 and 3 is 5.
Okay, right. Okay. So what does that mean in the real world? Absolutely nothing.
Well, it does to me.
We thought people who were into astrology were fruitcakes. Numerology, I'd forgotten about numerology because my brain doesn't have my brain can hold a lot of crap. It doesn't have the capacity to hold that much crap. No one buys numerology.
Yes, they do.
Well, idiots do.
I mean, the whole of the New Testament is numerology.
No, it's not. It's Christianity.
No, it's numerology.
It's Christianity.
Every letter, Greek letter, has a number attached.
All right,
to it.
Dan Brown, blimey.
And bits of synchronicity. I'm so grateful to you for our bet.
Yeah.
I mean, I even spoke to James Well for the first time in years.
Yeah,
earlier.
I know you did. You were telling him about the last phone call you made to him.
Yeah, and it's you had it, I think, Ian, didn't you?
What did I have?
You had the tape of my...
Hang on a minute. He's only on because nobody else is phoning in. This is your fault, dear listener. This is your fault. I warned you. Rainbow George comes on too long. Rainbow George is really boring. God, Rainbow George needs a slap. Why were you so rude to Rainbow George? Rainbow George said he's on because no one else is phoning up. This is your fault.
Here's some numerology for you. 0344 499 1000.
Thank you very much. Sorry, George. Hopefully you didn't hear that. Away you go.
I did.
Oh,
I did. I heard the other dumb thing as well. Tell me what you think. And the synchronicity is just brilliant.
Okay, how's this for synchronicity? You're about to get cut off.
No.
Yes, you are. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. This is Talk Radio.
Dead of Night discourse for disco queens.
I'm related to Jedward and Dolly Parton.
Dairy farmers and distant fathers.
Yeah, well.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee.
Doing lots of things that we don't know about, we can't control.
On Talk Radio.
Yes, great.
So I was in town earlier on today and I saw an Arab man drop his wallet, right? And he didn't notice he dropped it. So I went and picked it up and I kind of called out to him and I caught up with him. Excuse me, sir, you've dropped this. And he looked at me. He said, my friend, thank you. I can't give you any money, but I can give you this little bit of advice. Please take it on board. Don't go into the centre of town next Wednesday between 3:30 and 4:30. I cannot say why, but tell your friends and your family. I thanked him and I left. Of course, this never actually happened, but it just dawned on me. Do you remember, sort of after 9/11 and again after 7/7, there were a lot of people. I remember a friend of mine, a dealer of mine, saying, a friend of mine told me he helped an Arab man out and he warned him not to go to Victoria Circus Thursday because there's going to be a bomb. And there was loads of that. Yeah. Was there one Arab man that was going around in the early 2000s just warning scared white men?
I think there was one person writing an email and loads of people passing it on. There was that, wasn't there? Do you remember when, before Facebook, before Twitter, you would get an email and it had been, talking about a friend of a friend. There were some that were about women in car parks, or there'd be one about a woman who'd driven home and got out of the car to check on a dead animal, and then there was someone in the back of the car. All those kind of urban myths started to go out round robin emails. Remember? So there was. Well, I don't. Okay, here's a question. First of all, any of those other myths? Let us know. Do you remember when Paul Weller died in he crashed his Mini and he died in a car crash? Do you remember that? That went around, and I think Paul Weller had to come out and say, "No, I'm not. Don't even have a Mini. I'm not dead." I'm trying to think
when I got my first email address. My first email address, I don't have it now, so I can tell you, was iainlee@yahoo.co.uk.
I still got mine.
I know you have. I know you have. iainlee@yahoo.co.uk. It doesn't exist anymore. My first email address. It must have been around 2002, and I got my first mobile in 1998. That's quite late. That was quite late. My first mobile was great, right? It was my second mobile, because I don't know what happened to the first one. The second mobile, Adam, Tina and Nigel, stay there, we'll come to you in a bit. 0344 499 1000. I don't know what happened to the first one, but the second mobile was a big old one, right? And if the battery ran out, you could put in 6 AA's and get...
Really?
And get 20 minutes use out of it.
Blimey.
Yeah. You get 20 minutes use. In fact, I don't even think it was 20 minutes. I think it was like maybe 3 or 4 minutes, so you could make an emergency phone call. 6 AA's.
I've just found mine, retro collectible Philips Savvy.
Oh, Savvy.
£9 on Twitter, on eBay. It's for parts. It's not working, but it looks like that.
Oh,
remember those?
Yeah. Of course I do.
It had a leather case. I could clip onto my belt. Never did.
I remember when I was doing Rise. So Rise was 2003, and that's when camera phones started coming in. And I remember saying, well, they'll never catch on. Who's going to... I said, the only people that are going to use them are paedophiles. Because they'll go... Well, actually, it turned out I was quite right. Because they'll be babysitting or something, and they'll just take some pictures. Sneaky pics. I said, they'll never catch on. Who was it who sent the first text message? Who sent the first text message, and who used the first bank machine?
Oh... The first text message, wasn't it like the CIA or someone?
I think it was Ernie Wise.
No, it wasn't. Shut up.
I think it was Ernie Wise. Oh, I don't know. I thought
it was used by like text messages. I thought they were using them for the spying.
I think it was Ernie Wise. And the first bank machine was used by Reg Varney on the buses.
You're just making this stuff up.
No, I'm not.
Did you read this in an email?
No, it's true, isn't it? It's true. No, this is true. The Ernie Wise one, I'm 70-30. Reg Varney, the first bank machine, boom. Barclays, 1968, I think it was. I love it when I say stuff and Katherine goes silent because she's Googling
I am Googling.
Because she thinks I'm a liar.
Oh, I know, you're full of it.
Oh, I'm full of it.
It's true.
All right, teenage boy whose voice is breaking.
Shut up.
No, shut up, Mum. You shut up. It's not fair.
Engineer Neil Papworth sent the first SMS on December the 3rd, 1992.
I didn't ask about SMSs. I asked about texts.
That is a text.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Totes is.
All right, we'll type in text Ernie Wise. Because the first commercially available text, 1992, we didn't even have mobile phones then. What are you talking about? You're listening.
There's nothing about Ernie Wise texting.
I need someone to phone in. Google the Reg Varney thing, because that's definite. Where did that caller go I was about to go to? What a loser. I need someone to call in. Ernie Wise, what's his connection? Katherine's found. And it's him wearing a big stovepipe hat on a train.
How Ernie Wise almost made the UK's first mobile phone call.
There you go. That's close enough.
Well, it's not a text.
That's close enough.
It's nothing like.
So Ernie Wise almost made the UK's first mobile phone call.
But he never.
Okay, but he almost did.
But he never, though.
All right, but why don't you just apologise to me?
I never will.
Ain't that the truth? Let's go to... it's my good friend Tina. Good evening, Tina.
Hello, Ian. How you doing?
I'm really disappointed that my former best mate won't back me up on the big issues of the day. Scum. Scum. Tina, I'm not going to ask you how you are because, in all honesty, I don't really care. But what I do want to know is, what can we do for you tonight?
Can't do anything for me. I just thought I'd ring because I haven't phoned for a long time.
Tina's back.
You were moaning about the quality of your callers. I thought I'd just give you a ring.
Okay.
Yeah, and you just doubled it by a double.
I love it. I've got nothing to say, but I just thought I'd phone up because you said the calls weren't very good. So by me having nothing to say, that's going to be better than Rainbow George.
Well, it is, doing his silly maths.
Well,
it is.
I like Rainbow George.
Okay, well, we'll give you his mobile phone number.
No, don't do that.
I'm tempted. And I would need George's permission to do this. I am tempted to do a vote as to whether we ban Rainbow George or not.
Don't do that.
Really? Well, hang on, Tina. There might be a huge group of people like you, rainbow groupies.
That's mean. He's old.
Well, old people can still be arseholes. I'm not saying he is.
You'll be old one day.
Exactly, and there's your point proven.
Listen,
Stop bullying me.
We're not bullying you.
Bullying Ian.
But here's the thing, right? Just because you're old and you survived a long time doesn't mean you should get treated. Or maybe it does in your world. I don't think it means you should be treated any differently than someone who is young or someone who is intelligent.
What
or
about
someone
in a
who
race?
Sir?
What about in a race?
I'm not going to let him win.
Oh.
Of course I'm not going to let him win.
No, I feel sorry for him.
Okay, well, we might. If we'll speak to George next week, not tonight, and we'll ask him if he's prepared to risk the wrath. That's how you pronounce it. Of the listeners, as we have a should George stay or should George go?
He may believe that it was always designed to happen, and he knows the
script.
outcome.
Tina, you're not into numerology, are you?
No, it's very boring.
It's boring, isn't it? Numbers. People that do that. They in China, I guess they work the name out of their babies backwards. They get the numbers that they want and then work a name out that'll be good. So they want like the first name to mean like wealth. So there'll be like Wang Chong or something. I don't know. It's a good name. I think Wang Chong. Wang Chung I'm thinking of, aren't I? That's what I'm thinking of. And then the second name they'll want it to be like fertile. So they'll work out the things again, and they'll be like wealthy, fertile.
My mate was Chinese. His name was Dave.
Well,
but his middle name was Quan Keen, which meant Iron Fist.
Oh, very cool.
Fatal.
He wasn't listening.
Imagine Tina, an Iron Fist.
Okay.
Now, it would be unpleasant. That would be
well, it's useful in some circumstances, but not in all of them.
It would be.
It's like when that song about a slow hand be annoying sometimes, wouldn't it?
I wanna love her
Kept trying to put a shelf up.
How are you getting on with your new cleaner?
Well, she was...
second cleaner, isn't
Thank you very much indeed. Becky, she came once, she did a great job. She was going to come on Monday, but then she said, actually, I can't come Monday, so she's going to come Friday. I've hired her to come once every 2 weeks. I think we're going to get on great. We're going to have a lot of fun. I've got to finish the jigsaw before she comes next Friday, because it's been sat there for ages and I haven't really done much progress.
Only once a fortnight? Ooh.
Well, he is a single man.
I live on my own.
Yeah,
I know.
You must be twice a week at least.
What? Well, you twice? It's about 35 quid. I can't afford that.
Exactly. I charge less than that, but you know.
Oh, do you?
Oh, Tina's touting for work.
I'm not touting for work. You're too far away. Oh, you got cats anyway. I'm not clearing out litter trays.
Right, good. Well, Tina, I clean out the litter trays. I don't expect my staff.
My staff.
I don't expect my staff to clean out the cat's litter. I will do that.
Tina, do you tidy or do you just go around it?
No, I do everything.
Do you?
I do skirting boards. I do everything. I'm a good cleaner.
Sounds like you are.
Sounds like your attitude stinks.
Well, it doesn't matter. If she's a good cleaner, I wouldn't care.
Your attitude absolutely stinks, Tina.
I don't care.
Yeah, I know you don't, and that's another problem. That's why I voted Brexit. No, hang on. No, it's people like you that are driving this country into the sea with your lazy millennial attitude. Shame on you, Tina. Get off my radio show. 0344 499 1000. This is Talk Radio.
Tales of mystery and imagination on the radio show that does things differently.
Dolly Parton, I listen to her records all day long.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee.
I'm a nut job, but not that kind of nut job.
On Talk Radio.
Honest to God, it's the new Breaking Bad.
Oh no!
0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. Urban myths and urban legends. The big ones. Paul Weller dying. The Arab man, just after what they call 9/11 and 7/7. Couldn't remember they were called for a second. Where you helped him out and he warned you not to go to Leicester Square next Tuesday because there was going to be a bomb. Those urban myths, please. But the big ones, not the one about the burglars and the toothbrushes up the bum.
Not the one about the dog under the bed. The dog under the bed.
No, what's that?
Oh, that was horrible. That gave me the willies. That.
What was that?
It was a girl who, every time she went to bed at night, she would put her hand under the bed, and the dog would lick it, and she would be reassured and go to sleep. Right?
Yeah.
So this happens every night, and then one night she goes into the bathroom, and the dog has been massacred, and in blood on the wall it says, "Mad men can lick hands too."
Does this happen to a friend of yours?
No, a friend of a friend.
Really?
Mm.
That is horrific.
You know.
Buzzkill. Would that really happen?
Yeah, different school though. Friend of a friend. I didn't really.
There was a madman licking her hand, and she thought it was the dog.
Yeah.
So where was the dog when he was licking her hand?
Dead in the bathroom, strung up.
Oh, so it only happened over one night?
Yeah, I think so. Don't know what he did that for.
So he killed the dog. He wrote on there before he licked her hand.
Yeah.
Mad men can lick hands too.
Well, he might have been
hoping that he could lick her hand.
Yeah, maybe he'd been watching. I don't know how mad men work. Mad, aren't they?
And he just licked her indoors. He never licked her out.
No, under the bed. She put a hand under.
Okay, so it was just.
And
he just licked her indoors.
Yeah.
He never licked her out.
No, she was sleeping in.
Okay. I'm really sorry that happened.
So am I. I didn't know. I couldn't offer any condolences about the dog around.
That is horrific.
Friend of a friend, isn't it?
That is horrific. Anyway, I don't know why you brought that up. We're talking about urban myths. So if you know any, 0344 499 1000. You dropped a bit of a bombshell there and killed the vibe. I think I can bring it back because we're going to speak to Jackie now. Good evening, Jackie.
Good evening, Ian. Good evening, Kath.
Good evening, Jackie.
Hi. Long time no speak.
Long time no speaky.
Yes. Still been listening, but there you go.
Thank you very much, Jackie, for calling back in. What can we do for you tonight?
Right. You know the Reg Varney thing? The ATM machine?
Yes.
There's actually a picture somewhere of him. I'm backing you up on this. He was the first person to use an ATM machine.
Yeah, he was. Thank you.
He was, yeah. I remember reading about it because we were looking things up on Google, as you do. And I went, oh, look at that. There's a promotional picture of him standing by an ATM machine, putting his card in the machine. I remember it vividly.
Why were you Googling Reg Varney? Are you a fan?
Who is it?
Well, we've been watching on the buses and things like that. We said, oh, I wonder what happened to him. And then you look something up and then it just comes up on it. And
Can I ask you a question, Jackie?
Yes, go on, darling.
I would never refer to it as an ATM.
An automatic telling machine.
Yeah, I would never. I'd just call it a hole in the wall.
Cash
or a cash machine.
But when it first came out, they were called ATM machines, weren't they? And there's a picture of him somewhere on Google somewhere, and he's standing next to the ATM machine, putting his card in the hole in the wall.
And do you think, like I do, Jackie, that Katherine owes me an apology?
No.
I wasn't asking your opinion, actually. I was asking Jackie's opinion, the caller.
I'm backing him up, Kath. I'm sorry, Kath, but I do remember reading about it and seeing it. And I said, oh, look at this. I said they had him standing by the hole-in-the-wall machine, putting his card into the machine as a promotional
Very nice.
thing.
I didn't dispute that one. It was the Ernie Wise one.
You Googled it?
No, never. It was the Ernie Wise one.
I'm not even going to... Yeah, I might have to look up.
No, the Ernie Wise one with bullshine.
No, the Ernie Wise one was pretty darn close.
No.
It was certainly in the same ballpark. But, Jackie, you agree with me...
I remember reading and I remember seeing a picture of him standing. It's probably still on there somewhere. Probably
is on the internet. They very rarely do they take things down unless you're like a pop star who had was involved in a racist attack about 15 years ago. But otherwise, the stuff. Jackie, thank you so much. What we're going to do? We're just going to go off on a slight tangent. I'm just apologise. Don't apologise. We're going to take calls straight to air.
Okay.
Just for the next couple of minutes.
Just before we begin that.
Yes, mate.
I don't care what they say.
Okay.
So,
okay. Well, that's all right, Theresa May.
You can crack on with that.
034. We've got Tyrone, Pablo, Nigel, Chris, and Adam. Stay there, because I will get to you in a bit. But we're just going to take calls straight to air. Best of 10. Do you think, dear listener, that Katherine Boyle owes me an apology? Oh, the phone number is 0344 499 1000. 0344 499 1000. That's the telephone number. Just all you got to do is call up. I will put you straight on the air, and you just say yes, she owes you an apology, or the other option. It's as simple as that.
And I'm gonna, while you're doing that, I'll be looking for my bag of tosses that I don't give. No, can't find it.
Okay, that's that's funny. You're looking pathetic. You're looking like a child, apart from the wrinkles around your eyes and your cheeks and your face and your scaly old hands. But apart from that, and your grey hair and your rotting teeth, apart from those things...
This is all very mature.
Apart from those things, you, Katherine, are looking like a child. There was a picture of Reg Varney with taking a £5 out of a cash machine. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. Call straight to air. Does Kath owe me an apology? Yes or no? We'll just sit and wait for the calls to come flooding in. Let's go to line 1. Line 1. Does she owe me an apology?
Kath, come on. It's time to say sorry.
Get knotted.
Thank you very much indeed. That's 1-0. Let's go to line 2. Line 2, does Kath owe me an apology?
No, number 1 will always be number 1.
This is true.
Hang on, what does that mean? I don't know what that means. Oh, the membership cards. Right, go away, troll. Go away, troll. Go away, troll. Getting all the girls to phone in. Oh, let's get all the the sisterhood to phone up and back up another sister.
Gosh,
outrageous.
Someone's butt hurt over there.
It does actually a little bit, but that's because I've got an upset stomach. 0344 499 1000. If I'm honest, the phone calls aren't flooding in as much as I expected, and I know why. People feel bad cancelling you. But here's the thing. Sometimes we have to cancel those we love the most. And we have to cancel them the most. And so let's see.
Are you still talking?
Yeah, I am, because it's my job. It's my job, actually, to do that. It's my job.
Good.
And your job is to apologise to me.
No.
That's Britain.
Never going to happen.
That's Britain for you. That's Britain. That's Britain. That's where we are in 2019. That's where we are. We've got absolute... You're a mother.
I certainly am.
Do you know that?
Yeah.
You're a mother.
Yeah.
Your girls... One day you're going to die, right? And
I still won't be sorry.
Some weirdo is going to send your entire back catalogue, which is significantly smaller than mine, to your family, and your kids, big and little, and will
That's not true, actually, because I was in work consistently for 15 years. So my back catalogue is fine, thanks.
Not from where I'm looking, it's not. Let's go to line 3. Does she owe me an apology, line 3?
Yeah.
Thank you very much indeed. There we go.
That was convincing, wasn't it?
It was convincing.
It was a strong argument.
It was very, very convincing. I was convinced by it. It sounded...
Are you now asking people to phone?
No, I'm not.
What are you doing with your mobile there, then? You're calling on the bros?
I'm not calling on anybody. I'm not
putting the bat signal up.
I'm not calling on anybody.
Yeah.
I'm not calling on anybody whatsoever.
What's that talking I can hear?
I've just gone to my voice. Was just activated by mistake. Let's go to line 3.
Line 3.
Line 3. Do you think Katherine should apologise?
Yes. I don't think she should apologise. She's a right mardy cat.
That's rude, but thank you very much indeed. There we go, you see.
Your sister just liked my not sorry. Yeah, so I see that as a vote of confidence in me.
My sister's a scumbag. Okay, well, we'll stop that there, because that was...
that was embarrassing for you, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't, actually. This will be embarrassing for you. Line 4, what do you reckon?
Definitely not.
Sorry, say that again?
No.
No, just say again. You say definitely.
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 What was that?
He said definitely.
That I didn't hear definitely. That was like a magic ear. What was that?
It said definitely. Let's try this.
I heard Ian's an idiot.
Hello? No, right. Hello, caller?
Say sorry.
Go on, Kath.
No.
Go on. Say it.
Apologise.
No.
Say it. Listen to this caller who speaks a lot of
sense.
Sorry.
Oh, don't apologise. You're fine.
Okay, you bullied that caller. That was outrageous behaviour. It's a dark vibe to the show. We should have shared that story about your
Here's
friends.
another one.
Sorry?
0344 499 1000. Should Iain apologise to me?
Oh, yeah, right. Well, we haven't got time for that because
We've got plenty of time.
Because we've got to go to the news.
Well,
Actually,
we'll speak after the news.
Well, we won't.
03444991000.
We're not doing that after the news.
Let's do it.
We've got calls wrapped up, and I want to move on from this darkness.
I'm sure you do.
You are really riling me up. This, dear listener, is Talk Radio.
Talk Radio. The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Quatre garçons dans le vent et moi, ma chanson disait marche tout droit. Cette année-là, quelle joie d'être l'idole des jeunes pour des fans qui cassaient les fauteuils. Plus j'y pense et moins j'oublie. Dernier amour, le seul, le grand, l'unique, et pour toujours le plus vite. Cette année-là, dans le ciel passait une musique, un oiseau qu'on appelait Spoutnik. Oh, quelle année, cette année-là. C'est là qu'on a dit adieu à Marilyn. Nos cœurs d'or, tant dit que West Side battait tous les records. Cette année-là, les guitares tiraient sur les violons. On croyait qu'une révolution arrivait cette année-là. C'est le même métier qui ce soir recommence encore cette année. 62. C'était l'année. 62. C'était l'année.
Do you remember when someone called in last night telling us this was the original version of Oh What a Night? And you were translating it for me. What's it about?
It's about him starting singing in 1962. It's nothing to do with meeting a lovely girl like the Four Seasons version.
Oh, yeah. That's Claude Francois, who's related to Marc Francois, I think, is another bell cheese. 03444991000. We've got a lot of calls waiting. We've got Tyrone, Nigel, Chris, and we've got Adam. Good evening, Adam.
Oh, jeez. Hello.
Hello, Adam. I'm fine, thank you, Adam. How are you?
I'm okay, lying in a hotel room in Slovakia with nothing better to do than to ring England.
Well, you ring a crappy, failing radio show in England as well. Well done, you.
Oh, that's not fair.
You didn't see the figures last week.
Where are you in Slovakia? Are you in Bratislava?
I'm near Bratislava.
Yeah, we've been there.
Near Bratislava.
Yeah, me and Kath got paid to go there and talk to a radio station about how to improve their listening. Ironically. It's true. It's based on a true story.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we need to do something with you. Okay, what can we do with a dude lying in bed? Okay, this is what we're going to do. Can
we do a hotel treasure hunt?
No. Adam.
Oh, God.
You're going to do an I Spy for us.
Let me turn my lights on.
So this is Adam is doing I Spy from a hotel room in Slovakia.
Okay.
Here we go.
Great.
Do you know how this game works, or do I need to explain the rules
I'm
to you?
familiar with the concept of I Spy.
I tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring our good friend Nigel into this. Nigel, do you want to play a bit of I Spy with me, Katherine, and Adam?
I'd love to.
Oh, it's not. I thought it was Nigel from Maidstone.
It's other Nigel.
It's other Nigel. Oh, that's even better. All right, Nigel. So Adam is in a hotel room in Slovakia. I think he's got a girl next to him who's giggling a lot.
No, that's just me.
Shut up! No man can laugh like that.
A real man.
Okay, so okay, Adam. Away you go.
Oh right, no, okay.
He literally doesn't know how to play I Spy. He really does. You look for something, and then you say, I spy with my little eye, something beginning with, then you use the first letter. Dear God.
Oh.
He sounds like the Joker.
I Spy.
Not you, Nigel.
It's not your turn yet.
I'm getting ahead of myself there.
We're guessing. Adam, please.
I Spy with my little eye.
Take it seriously, man.
Something beginning with what?
Beginning with S.
S for sugar?
F for Freddy or S for sugar?
Sugar.
Right.
Is it sugar?
No.
Hmm.
You're not going to guess it in a million years. That's what's fun.
Is it your semen?
Oh, God, really?
Oh, come on. Sunday.
Sunday?
You can see Sunday. From there.
Is it Sunday already?
No, that's how time zones work.
Okay.
Carlos Santana.
He's always...
That was last night. That was last night.
He's standard in Slovakian hotel rooms.
Submarine?
No.
Sandia.
No.
Slovakian map?
I'll help you. I'm actually looking out of the window.
Oh.
Little Willy Wonka.
Can you see the street lights?
Sand.
No.
Slovakians?
No.
They're called Slovaks.
I need a lover who's a Slovak.
Would it be?
You know, hang on a minute. You know,
the only light I know.
You know, Eric Clapton on stage was called Slowhand.
Old Slowhand. Yeah.
Old Slowhand. On stage, he was known as Old Slowhand, but when he was at home, he was so bad at the housework, he was known as Old Slovak.
God.
Slovak.
Oh, gosh.
Thank you, Graham, for laughing out there. Old Slovak.
Oh, that's
Come on,
terrible.
Eric, hurry up. Okay, fair. I'm just trying stuff.
Okay, give us a clue. Come on, because we're not going to get it.
I like Nigel's defeatist attitude.
No, it's not that. But we've got to move on to the next step.
Nigel just wants to go. This is it. He's doing what my boys do when they get bored after 3 guesses.
I'm at a racing track, so that might give it away a bit.
Oh.
Stop sign.
Silverstone.
No, because I'm in Slovakia.
Could be on TV.
Sprinters. Stripes.
No.
Sports cars.
No.
Speed signs.
I know. Sporty men.
No.
Is it okay? Is it something?
I made him go. Ooh.
Is it? You haven't done that to a man for a long time. Is it? And he's not had that done by a woman for a long time. Is it something that is exclusive to Slovakia?
No, it's global, mostly at racetracks.
Oh.
Stands.
No.
Seats.
Shall I give you the second letter?
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No. So it's
Come on, we need a little clue.
Mostly at racetracks.
Mostly at racetracks.
Right,
Yes.
so just
Start line.
No.
start your motors.
Nothing to do with start.
Okay.
Stop line.
Stop.
Go on, give us the second letter then. Give us the second letter.
K.
Skank.
Kellogg.
Skunk.
Skankin' Rude Boy.
Skunk and Nancy.
Skeletor.
Skunk and Nancy. Skull
I like
fracture.
Guns and Nancy because their drummer went to Feeder afterwards. No, not skull fracture.
Skill.
What was the lady from Skunk and Nancy? I liked her a lot.
Skin.
Skin. Is it Skin from Skunk and Nancy? Because she likes cars, I think. I'm thinking of Jay-Z.
Everyone likes... No, you're not. You're thinking of...
Jay-Z from the 90s. I'm thinking of Jay-Z.
No, JK.
JK from the 90s.
And from Denise Van Outen.
Will you stop taking the Lord's name in vain?
Scaramanga.
Scaramouche.
Isn't that the best?
Skeletor.
I already tried that one. He said no.
Give us another letter, Adam. Come on. The next letter, please.
Skills. Wicked skills. Driving skills. Skids. Skid marks.
Skid pan.
Skid marks.
Yeah, skid pan.
Boom. I won.
Skid pan isn't a thing, though, is it?
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
On the racetrack, it is.
Oh, shut up, Nigel. You're supposed to be on my side.
Come on, Nigel. We all know this.
It's like a low friction surface.
I don't care. What did you say?
Science degree.
I had to dump you there. I know it was an accident.
He said come.
No, he didn't. I'm the only one paying attention. I heard what you said, Adam.
Lulu, skittamaloo.
What did I say?
You said something by accident.
Right. Okay, it's Catherine's turn.
No, I didn't.
And I'm going to pass my turn on to Nigel.
SKI. Yes.
Sorry?
We've already done this.
What? It's skid pan.
Confirming. SKI. Skinty millinty.
What are you doing? It's your turn. You don't have to...
We got the word, Nigel. It was skid pan.
Oh, I guessed it. Pardon.
No, you...
Okay,
hang on, stop. You didn't... Kath guessed skid... Is this guy stoned? Kath guessed skid pan, and because she's bored...
skid pan.
You guessed skid mark.
Yeah, but
No.
He did say skid pan, but he said it after Kath.
I guess skid pan. Okay. I spy with my little eye.
Now, hang on a minute. We know that Adam is in a hotel room in Slovakia. You have to tell us where you are.
I'm in my office in my garden.
Ah, you got a shoffice.
Okay. He's having a fag.
Okay. No, Ferme. I spy with my little eye something beginning with...
Fume, not Ferme. Ferme is close. Fume is smoke.
C.
Oh, God, he wants us to guess the C word.
Compost bin.
No.
Conkers.
Computer.
No.
Cigarettes. No. Cigars.
No.
Card. Bank card, because you're looking at porn.
No.
You're dyslexic and it's a keyboard.
Oh, come on, no, you can't do that. Curtains.
No, curtains, no.
Chair.
Do you want a clue?
No, we've only just started. This is what is wrong with everybody.
Millennials.
We've only just started.
No, I'm only offering if someone
curry.
Okay. No curry,
Not a curry.
Is it in the shed? Because I'll be honest, Adam was a scumbag.
I'm looking at it.
But is it in the shed?
Yes.
Right. Computer screen?
No.
Computer monitor?
No.
Computer
related.
Is it
very analog?
Calendar.
Is it
calendar?
No.
Creosote?
No. You're on the right track with calendar, though.
Carpentry?
Very analog.
Carpentry's the most analog thing you can get, actually.
We're heavy on the log, yeah.
Okay, well done. Anal log.
What?
That's where it comes from. Anal log. That's where the word analog comes from.
Jesus.
But you stop doing that!
This is terrible.
So calendar was close. Calendar was close.
On the right track.
Calendar's on the right track.
Calendar analog.
Okay.
Calendar analog. Canalog. Cannelloni! It's a can of cannelloni! Countdown clock.
Coffee machine.
Whoa.
Sorry?
What did you say there?
Clock.
Who said that?
Me. Clock
is correct, Mundo.
I got it right, so that's 2-0 to me. Adam,
what? Analog?
No, okay, hang on, what's that?
Well, I got skid pan, and
no, you never.
I'm not... Well, I'm pretty sure I did.
Kath got skid pan.
Yep.
Okay.
That's a sentence I never thought I was going to hear today.
Hang on a minute. It's just dawned on me. We've spent 16 minutes in a £25 million studio that's owned by Rupert Murdoch playing I Spy the week after we've had our worst listening figures for this show ever. Guys, I've got to get rid of you.
You think there's a connection?
I've got to get rid of you.
I like them.
Oh, I hate those two. Adam and Nigel, 0344 499 1000. This is Talk Radio.
Take a trip into the alternate reality of late night radio.
I think I'm in something like the Matrix, and so are you.
The Late Night Alternative.
Hello.
With Iain Lee.
Is there anybody out there?
On Talk Radio.
Hello.
Here we go. It's getting better. Couldn't get much worse, to quote the Beatles. 03444991000 is the telephone number. It's the Late Night Alternative. Who are you, lady?
I'm Catherine Boyle.
And do your bangs. That's better. I'm Iain Lee, and it's a late night phoning show, unlike any other in the... it got a little bit heavy recently, and we listened to you, and people can still phone in with heavy stuff. We're not ever going to turn lost and lonely and bewildered souls away, but maybe, well, not maybe. I got the balance wrong, and I apologise for that, and the fun is back. We're just going to mess around. That's what you guys want, and that's what we'll do. Fine, we can do that. Absolutely no problem at all. If you missed Professor Joseph... Did you download those files I sent you?
Yes.
If you missed Professor Joseph Laven's last night talking about UFOs and how his theory, controversial theory, that humans originated when an alien came down and, quotes, done it with a monkey, end of quotes, then go and get the podcast. Very controversial theory.
Yeah.
But that
2,000 years ago.
2,000 years ago. That is up on the Acast, on the Talk Radio website, iTunes, wherever you get your podcasts from. We have got 5 lines, which is unusual for us at this time of night, 11:20 on a Friday night. So, Catherine, pick a number between 1 and 5.
3.
1, 2...
I'm choosing 3.
OK, let's go to this guy. Good evening, Tyrone.
Hello, Ian. Hi.
Hi, Tyrone.
Hello, Kath.
You're live on Talk Radio.
Thank you. I woke up this morning and I thought it was going to be a good day.
Dun, 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 dun.
But then I realised that...
Dun, 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 dun.
We no longer have Theresa May.
Dun, 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 dun.
And I felt very sad, and so I just penned a little something, and I hope you enjoy it.
Oh, we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Goodbye, Mrs. May, even though you... clearly, we're not gay.
OK, thank you very much indeed for your thing. Thank you so much for... we don't know that for sure. We just don't know.
None of our business.
None of our flipping business. Chris is our business, though, right now. Good evening, Chris.
Hey, guys. You asked me to call last night. It's Chilli Chris.
Hey! Hang on a minute. I've even got a nice little theme tune for you. It goes a little bit like... this. Oh no, that's the submarines. That's the submarine microphone, not a submarine sound effect. That's the submarine microphone. Oh, guys, it's Chilli Chris.
There we go. That was it.
That was it. It was a toss up between that or this. But I thought this was a little bit more appropriate. Chilli Chris, he's a chilli farmer. He farms them chilies. Wash your hands before you touch them willies.
Oh, my goodness. You only make that mistake once.
It's a very, very, very good advice.
I don't know if you heard the podcast the other night, Chilli Chris. It was called Chilli Chris, and it was ended with a woman rather desperately asking whether you were single or not. So I think that's probably a good place to start.
I didn't hear it. No. I'll definitely have to check it out tomorrow.
Yeah, let's find out. Let's ask the question that's on at least one horny woman's mind. Are you single?
I am not. I'm married.
Okay.
Bad news for you, madame.
Can I ask, and I wouldn't normally ask this, but marriages can break down. I don't want to know the state of it, but trust me, they can. But these days, I don't know to whom he is married, whether it be a gentleman or a lady. So
or both.
Is it you can't marry both? Not
you
in this,
can marry more than one.
Not in this country. Not in this country, Catherine, and certainly not.
He says he got married in this country. You're making a lot of assumptions.
Not in the eyes of God. Is it a lady wife or is it a gentleman husband, Chris?
It is a lady wife.
Okay. So it could, if that goes...
Not very nice calling her it, but there you go.
I'm not calling her it. I'm describing the marriage as it, because I think, to me, I get the vibe that it's on the rocks. When it inevitably goes pear-shaped, Chris, 50% of marriages end in divorce. Those are the stats. I'm not being mean. We will pass your number on to that lady that called last night, so don't worry, you'll have a sympathy bunk up.
Appreciate it.
Tell us about being a chili farmer, man. How long you been doing that for?
I've grown chilies recreationally as a bit of fun for a couple of years now, but this year...
When we say chilies, you do mean chilies. You don't mean weed, do you? You mean chilies.
No, I do. I mean chili peppers.
All right. Okay,
yeah, he used to grow them for personal use, and now he's...
Now he's a dealer. So for a year, you've been like a proper... This has been your job.
Well, yeah. I mean, I started because you have to plant your seeds very end of winter, and I started late last year, and I'm hoping it to, I've got 250 plants so far, which is pretty small scale compared to some growers, but for a first year, it's not bad. And I've been doing it about a year, and I've got 100 plus different varieties of chilies, 250 plants, and I'm doing quite well, to be fair. I'm quite proud.
Wow, this is in...
It's a one-man chili boom.
But how much space does that take up? I mean, can you do this, like, on your windowsill, or does it need, like, I don't know. Is
hydroponics?
Hydroponics? You're doing hydroponics? Is your roof sagging? What's the deal?
Well, you can grow them on the windowsill, certain varieties, if you just, grow 1 or 2 plants. But I know a lot of people who have hydroponic setups, massive polytunnels with 2,000 plus plants, and auto pot systems, like the whole shebang, really fancy, gear. Myself, I grow them outdoors. I'm going with a completely outdoor grow, using natural predators to deal with my pests, and all organic grow. I've got my own chickens and ducks, which I help to use, for fertilizer, and use the eggshells for calcium. I'm pretty much trying to make a completely 100% self-sustainable chili farm.
Okay, wowzers. Well, do you think do the maths add up? Because is there enough money in this?
There can be. You do have to sort of subsidise it with making of hot sauces and certain things that they definitely add up the price a little bit, your earnings a little bit. But it's one of those things that due to them costing so much to import and whatnot, it becomes a bit much of a price to pay on per chili. So if you're growing them in England, you can make a tidy little profit off it, especially considering all it is a seed in a bit of soil, and then you get a plant with a few kilos of some pretty rare chilies on it if you're growing them right.
What's the website, Chris? There's got to be a website. Oh, he's forgotten to do a website. No.
No, I have a Facebook page. It's at Avalon Chili Farm.
It's Avalon. Let's have a little look here. It's Avalon Chili, Avalon Childcare. No, Avalon Chili.
So when you say you use your predators, so you're doing organic pest control. What are you using there?
Well, basically, aphids are a massive issue with your chili plants. I mean, they won't kill it, but they'll latch onto the veins of the plant, as it was, and they'll drink all of the nutrients that should be going into the chilies, and they can cause you a bit of a letdown when it comes to your harvest. The best way to normally deal with these is you buy either use pesticides, or you can buy ladybug larvae and release those into your polytunnel or whatnot, and they'll normally deal with the aphid. But as I'm not using polytunnels and I grow outdoors, I live in very big farmland. We have a lot of natural predators.
Well, hang on a minute.
On
I'm looking at your Facebook page. One of the natural predators seems to be a West Highland Terrier. What is that? There's a Westie running around.
That's my puppy, the Berry.
That's the natural predator. This is Westie. Westies are very cute. I've got a soft spot for Westies. My boys have got Westie, but come on, man.
Yeah, they adore it here. They love it. Running around, they help tend to the chilies and chase off any little pests that might be about, i.e. your voles and your rats.
There you go. All right. Well, listen, man. I've just liked your page. I'm going to be keeping an eye on you. Make sure you work within the law. Make sure that it's a respectable page and it's safe for young people to hang out on.
Fantastic.
Katherine, you're going to...
Yeah, I've just remembered something from my distant past when I used to be the host of a gardening show on a local radio station.
Here we go. This is it. It pays off.
And we used to talk about nematodes. Have you heard of them?
Nematodes?
Are they called nematodes? They were like little bugs that you could get and that would do the sort of similar job getting rid of aphids and stuff like that. Nematodes.
Oh, yeah. Similar to lacewings and your ladybug larvae and whatnot, a little natural predator. I don't think I've heard of those, to be fair.
Okay. Well, we're starting to poke holes in your story, and this wasn't meant to be to catch you out, but you don't know about nematodes.
What?
Nematodes.
Nematodes.
It doesn't know about nematodes. And Craig has just suggested I look something up on YouTube. So I'm going to look something up on YouTube and we're going to listen to something.
Oh, really?
Looking at your life now, and it includes punditry. People will know that, I'm sure, because they see a management company where you represent...
Ignore this gentleman.
You've got sponsors, you've got the horse racing business, physiotherapy business, 4 kids, and latterly being a jockey and trying not to fall off a horse. So that's busy.
You've done some good research, yeah. I didn't know I had that much going on in my life, but...
Right, Chris, can you say you've done some good research? I didn't know I had that much going on in my life.
I've done some research.
This is Michael Owen. This is actual. This is your actual. And a bit more. Hang on.
As well, at some point, which is a no-go with all those things in my life.
This is actual Michael Owen pretending to be called Chris.
Chilli Chris.
Because he doesn't Chilli Chris. It's Chilli Michael Owen. Busted. Hey, Chris, you're a good sport. It's nice to talk to you. Thank you very much indeed. That sounds... something with some hot, spicy sauce wouldn't go amiss, would it? Yes. 0344 499 1000. We've got Pablo, we've got Tony, we've got Danny, we've got someone else just calling in right now. Busy night on the phones. The Late Night Alternative, weeknights from 10 on Talk Radio.
Neon lit night talk for torch singers, trolley dollies, and train wrecks like me.
Never know just where the conversation will take you.
What I'm going to say sounds ridiculous.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
It was working so well for the first 70 minutes, and now it don't work no more. The call just dropped off, so in that case, we're going to go to... it only works, here's something. You can only drag them down if your fader's down. There we go. We're going to go to Tony. Good evening, Tony.
Hello.
Hello, Tony.
Hello, mate. Can you hear me all right?
Yes, although it sounds like you're calling from beyond the grave. Are you...
No, sorry, mate. I'll tell you what happened. I was falling asleep. Hello?
Hello? Yes, and that made you old?
No, what it was, I was falling asleep listening to that chilli conversation. It was like, I thought, bloody hell.
Yeah, okay. Well, let's hear yours then, Tony. I bet it's going to be so much better.
Oh, it's a bit better than the chilli conversation. Yeah.
Let's see. Away you go, Tony, with the croaky voice.
What do you want me to talk about, my friend?
You rang us, Tony.
Yeah, by the way, I will say one thing, Catherine. I think you should apologise to you, yeah.
I'm not interested in... No, I'm not interested in that now. Go on. Chilli Chris's call was boring, so obviously you've got something significantly better up your sleeve, Tony, and do you know what? I can't wait to hear it.
No, I'll be honest with you, not really, no, I haven't. But, I'm saying,
but it's easy to come on and criticise somebody else.
Well, I'm not having a go or anything, I'm not knocking him. But,
you were literally having a go, and you were actually knocking him.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to be rude. I do apologise.
You were, now you're being sarcastic.
No, I'm not. I'm being serious. I didn't mean to be rude. I'm just telling you I've fallen asleep, that's all.
Okay. Well, you know that sounds rude, because I think you also said it was dull.
Am I a bit dull?
No, you're a bit thick.
Sorry?
Hello, pardon?
I can hear you. I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said. You said what? I'm busy, did you say?
Yeah, I don't know. I can't hear you now. Why do you... Okay, so, Tony, you've called in and you've waited on the phone for 25 minutes.
A good while, yeah, listening to that chilli conversation, yeah.
Yeah, okay. But why did you call in?
Why did I call in? Well, I'll tell you when I called in, when I was listening to all that about... when you was talking about Reg Barney and all that, and you was wanting people to ring up about apologise and all that sort of thing. That's when I was listening properly, you know?
Okay.
That's all I called in, really, at that time, yeah.
Okay.
To be honest.
Okay.
Yeah. But I ain't got nothing to, you know, I got my
Okay, well then we'll move on, Tony. I don't want to keep you up, buddy. Let's go to Danny. Good evening, Danny.
Oh, wicked laugh.
I don't want to keep him up, Dan. Hello, Danny. Danny.
Is this me? Sorry.
Is your name is your name Danny?
Yes, it is. I'm very sorry. I was laughing.
Well, then flip it. Are you on speakerphone?
Yes.
Take it off. Have the decency, the common courtesy to at least hold the phone in your hand by your ear. I don't want it apprentice styley. I don't want it on the table. I want it in your hand by your ear.
Oh, a bit like the person I'm trying to talk to. Okay, no problem. How's that? Better?
Why has everyone suddenly got attitude all of a sudden? What the hell is going on?
I haven't got an attitude.
Okay.
I've just been waiting here for 45 minutes to send a message to someone who's probably asleep by now, but hey-ho.
Hey-ho, okay. Well, you could have put the phone down at any point.
You could have texted him.
I've tried calling, I've tried everything. I spoke to him for 24 hours.
Okay.
I know she listens to your show every night.
What's your missus's name?
Jenny.
Jenny. Okay, Jenny. This
Jenny
is
from Everywhere with a poker stick.
Jenny from Everywhere with a poker stick.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't remember, but don't matter. But she listens to you nightly.
What do you mean I don't remember? What is that? Jenny from Everywhere with a poker stick?
Pokey stick.
Pokey stick. What is that? It does.
The pokey stick. That
rings
was
a
a
bell.
reference to that
rings a bell.
documentary about the horrible murder, and he.
Oh, flipping heck, man! Oh, yeah, the staircase killer. Staircase killer.
Pokey stick for that. The machete's much quicker.
There you go. Right. What?
There you go. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll ring up and say. It's not to you, by the way. By the way, hello, Ian, and hello. Oh, Jesus, fell asleep. Hello, anyway.
Whoa! Hang on a minute, you don't know her name.
My name is not Jesus.
I know. I've googled her. She looks gorgeous, but
Thanks very much.
That'll
Thanks
do,
very
my
much.
friend.
Thanks very much for your call, you drunk old potty mouth misogynist.
Wonder why Jenny's not talking to him.
He has raised a really interesting point. I've forgotten your name. I'm so sorry.
What?
I've forgotten your name. I'm so
We've
sorry.
been working together for like 6 years.
I know, and I've just had my mind's just gone blank, and I didn't want to bring it up, but he's just.
It's okay. You can call me boss.
Okay. Not going to answer the question. She's not going to answer the question. Simple as.
You remember.
Simple as that. Simple as that. Let's go to Paul. Good evening, Paul.
Why are you so quiet, Paul?
Hello, Paul.
Evening.
Okay.
You're right.
Yes, I'm fine.
I can tell you a good story about chilies.
Okay, well, you go.
This is dedicated to Tony.
It's a very, very small world sometimes. Me and my girlfriend at the time went on holiday to Spain for a bit of peace and quiet. Nice, relaxing holiday, as you do.
Yes.
On the second day, I looked out across the bay, this beautiful bay, beautiful beach, and I thought, who's that baldy-headed guy down there? It's only my old next-door neighbour, who I hadn't seen for 10 years. I said to him, Dave, is that you? He turned around. Paul! Hello, mate. He had a chili farm in the south of Spain. Guys, you listening to my story?
Well, if you could call it that, we are listening, yes. Everyone is insane in the last 15 minutes.
And also, do you know what I had looking back on your show tonight?
Go on.
1-to-1 Mercury 1-to-1 phone with the flip-down mouthpiece and the ear.
These are the first phone that you had.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Sorry, okay. Yeah.
And I'm just flipping back. Sorry. And
yes.
a spare battery.
Oh.
And the charger that charged the spare battery. You can't imagine that these days with the kids, can you?
Well, you can, because I've got a camera that's got a charger to charge the spare battery.
But do you think it wouldn't be socially acceptable these days?
No.
Sorry, do you mind? I'll just change my battery while we do the photo shoot.
Is that a euphemism?
I don't know what was going on. My second phone was like the Matrix phone. When you press the button and the bottom would slide out.
Oh, blimey.
There was the banana phone. Was it the banana phone?
It was. I guess it looked a bit banana-ish. It was slightly curved. It was green, dark green.
Mine was a flip phone.
Mine was the Ericsson. Do you remember the Ericsson with a tiny little stub aerial?
Yeah, and the aerial, of course, didn't do anything.
And
of course, it did nothing.
The aerial was
with
there.
With that Mercury phone, I've still got it. I think it's a historical piece. You pull up the little plastic aerial. It's like a straw in McDonald's. What's that going to do? It's not going to get a ringtone, is it?
The thing I heard was that the aerial does nothing, but the manufacturers of early mobile phones thought that people wouldn't buy something. People are used to CBs and walkie-talkies. They wouldn't buy something unless it had an aerial on it. So they just put this little bit of plastic that does absolutely nothing but gives people confidence.
I remember my sister's dance teacher's
boyfriend.
Hang on. Let me just hang on a minute.
Sisters, dance
hang on,
teacher.
So my sisters.
So that's you. There's your sister.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question?
There's her dance teacher.
Auxiliary
Dance
question.
teachers.
What kind of dancing?
Irish dancing.
Boom.
Okay, we can do
So
that.
the Irish dancing teacher's boyfriend,
Yeah.
walked in one day with a car battery. He was sweating. His vein was up on his forehead. He walked in like, "It's a mobile phone. Don't you worry about it." Well, what the hell's the matter with That's it. That was his ringtone.
Do you remember?
Hang on.
Oh. Kath's
There you
just
go.
finishing
Have
herself
that.
off. Do you remember, in the early days of mobile phones, the rabbit... We've talked about this before, the rabbit mobile phones, right? And they
What was the rabbit?
They would only work at certain places that had a sign up that had like a picture of a rabbit. Do you remember these? They had like a logo of a rabbit, right? They were outside. I remember seeing them outside tube stations. And so you could only make a phone call if you were stood... Kath doesn't believe me again. Here we go.
No,
that you could
I
only
don't
make
remember
a,
that.
You could only.
I remember
Well, hang on a
one-to-one
minute.
was free after 7.
Hang on a minute. I'm telling an interesting story, and you'll.
No, I'm telling equally interesting story.
You're telling
7 p.m.
You're telling a dull story.
Oh, I remember that logo.
You're telling
till 7 a.m.
Please,
one-to-one.
Please be quiet. Please be
was
quiet.
free.
Drunk Irish man.
Continuez tout droit.
S'il vous plaît. I'm telling an interesting story. You are boring me, and Catherine is now about to back me up. Catherine.
Yeah, it's true. It's true fact.
Yeah. What? Can we do something? Can we do something as a collaborative team and as listeners? Can we do something? When I say something, can we believe me?
No.
Can we assume that the man who won Mastermind, who won The Weakest Link, who won Ready Steady Cook, who came last on Come Dine With Me, I don't know why I mentioned that. Can we think that maybe he actually knows some things?
No, because you told me once that your relative invented the verification system where you have to find all the shop fronts.
Oh, yeah, that was
bloody hate that.
No, he didn't.
Click on stairs. Oh, there's a handrail there on the right. Shall I click on the handrail?
No, he didn't.
No, it's just so annoying, isn't it?
My granddad invented the... it wasn't that. It was the system before that where there would be 4 letters or numbers that you couldn't see because it was written like a colour blindness test.
Yeah.
And he had to enter in those. He invented that security system, the one where you couldn't see the letters.
But he didn't though, did he?
Yes, he did.
Which granddad?
Grandad Bill.
Really?
Yes, he did.
What was his job?
It was
Tell me about this. The rabbit phone. I don't remember that at all.
Well, okay. Loads of people have found pictures of it. Back me up. Catherine has backed me up. I'm right. You guys are wrong. Everybody's a loser. From now on, when I say something, I don't want to see you googling it, and I don't want to see people on Twitter going, "Oh, he's right. He's right." Just assume I'm right. Okay. No. I won Mastermind. I beat Scott Mills and Nolan and the man who wrote Cracker.
Yeah, but you cheated on the Weakest Link.
I didn't cheat. Well,
Yeah,
I did cheat on The Weakest Link. Yes, I did.
What was your specialist subject?
Idiot callers who are boring.
Oh, come on, that's too easy. I'll give you all the facts you need for that.
Paul, did we get to the point of your call?
I can't remember what it was. Phones.
I'm going to take that as a yes. 0344 499 1000. We've got Pablo next, and we could have you, dear listener, as the switchboard is empty. This is the Late Night Alternative with Iain and Kath on Talk Radio.
Late night conversation worth losing sleep over. The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Very, very strange vibe the last 20 minutes, isn't it?
It's a kooky vibe.
Did they legalise, like, weed or acid or something tonight? Because it's gone very peculiar.
They're very giddy, aren't
Okay, we've got 2 more calls lined up. We've got Pablo, who's been waiting for a while. And we got Dave. And I think this phone system works in that I can now officially see how long people have been waiting for. That looks about right, doesn't it? Pablo! Oh, hang on a minute. I've got to put him in there. Pablo!
Hip hip, how do?
I apologise. Would you say you've been waiting for 41 minutes and 17 seconds?
Yes, although I did call up earlier and I got cut off whilst I was on route, so I've called back.
Okay, well it looks like Phonebox is actually doing what it's supposed to be doing. This is insane. All right, fine. Well, I can make things a little bit fairer now, because they didn't work in the other place, and it would just put random numbers up. Anyway, Pabs, you're live on Talk Radio, the late night alternative with Iain Lee and Katherine Boyle. What have you got for us tonight?
First one is a semantic point.
We don't. Hang on a minute. I got accused of being anti-semantic last week. I don't want to be offensive to anybody. I like all peoples, all faiths. I'm a big fan of the Jewish peoples. I just tread carefully, please, Pablo, please.
Well, if you don't want to be anti-semantic, then you've got to allow my semanticism.
Okay, fine. I will embrace your semanticism.
So just to be clear, an ATM machine would be a machine that would make ATMs. An ATM.
He's right.
Is an automatic teller machine. So
He's
you
right.
Don't need the extra.
Who said ATM machine?
The woman who called it about ATMs.
Scum. Trying to be
and
American.
It was Reg Varney.
I know, yep, thank you very much. We have photographic evidence of that, and of course, no doubt she's entering her PIN number in the ATM machine. Am I right?
It's a tautology, that.
Yes, isn't it? Isn't it? And I think we taught her a lesson.
Fun.
We tautology a lesson. If that was her name, ology was her name. We tautology a lesson.
It's Tina, wasn't it?
Are you calling her a tort?
No. Okay, this has really gone into a very, very unpleasant arena. Pablo, I believe you had an anti-semantic point to make.
Yes.
No, a point that was not to do with semantics.
Yes, although it may be a move into older age. Is not to get scintillating with the conversation, but have you ever had to hire a skip?
Yes, I have. Yes, I have.
Yeah.
Yes, I have. And this is one of the great prides in my life was looking out of a window and knowing that skip was mine. And then in the morning, seeing what other people had dumped in the skip. I used to love it. I used to love seeing what other people had dumped in my skip. Oh, it was great. And when we had to keep it on a road and we had to get a special permit and I had to keep the space outside of my house. Oh, it was wonderful. I love it. It's great. It's a great thing to do.
Well, that's nice. It's just given me an insight into kind of the double bubble of local councils these days.
Oh, it's nuts.
Obviously, it's down to central government cutting things left, right and centre, but...
Here we go.
As part
and by the way, can I just say, Pablo, thank you. The show was getting too excitable, getting too lightweight and too much fun. And I'm glad I'm glad that you're bringing us back down to earth. So thank you for that.
I'm going to do tax returns after this, but first... I paid for the skip, paid for a, what would you call it, a permit for the skip.
You have to get a permit
and
for
then
the skip.
I put some cones.
You have to get a permit for the skip if it's on the public highway. If it's in your garden or your driveway, you don't need no permit. Actually, that might not be true. You might need a permit. If I were you, I'd check with your local council. They operate under different rules.
Well, this is the thing. I put some cones out on expectance of the delivery of the skip this morning.
You didn't have a permit for the cones.
Well, that was the thing. I get a knock at the door this morning just before my daughter goes off to school.
Yeah.
A couple of traffic wardens or parking enforcement officers to give them their appropriate title.
A scum. As some people call them, not me. I think they do a great, very, very important job. I've got a lot of respect for those guys and indeed some of those gals.
One of them clutching my 3 cones in his hand and the other one at the door going... We cleared these cones earlier, and you've put them back out.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, no, I'd popped out, and I noticed they'd changed, but we got no knock at the door. No, you need another permit.
Oh, you need a cone permit.
Let me see your
papers. Well, because even though my street is a permitted street, because it is also pay and display as well, I need to pay the council extra money on top of the permit I've paid for.
Yeah.
I'm allowed to have the skip there because of the permit, but the skip can only exist there if I pay £10
Please
a
make
day.
this stop.
Okay. So what happened?
Well, they were no good, the parking enforcement officers. I asked them what it was. Basically, they were like prefects sent by the head teacher. They just came along and told me it was wrong, and they couldn't tell me what to do.
Okie dokie.
40 minutes he was waiting to tell us that.
I know. He had to vent, and he chose to vent with us. Let's go to Paul. Good evening. Good evening, Paul. Oh, no, hang on.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm very, very well, Paul. What can we do for you?
Well, a couple of things, really. Man, just firstly, congratulations on the new studio. I think it looks beautiful in the pictures.
Weirdo. Why are you congratulating me? I didn't do anything. I didn't want to come here. It's an extra 20 to 25 minutes to come here, and it's really tricky to park. Don't congratulate me. You should be consoling me. You should be sending me your condolences.
No,
I'm sorry that
life's
life's harder and your journey to and from work is significantly longer and more stress-filled.
He's been moaning about this since it was mooted, Paul, but when we arrived of day one, I knew that he was going to be all right when he went.
Shut up.
He said, you know, this isn't awful.
I tell you what I like is the canteen is subsidised. That's what I like. It's a subsidised canteen. I will have some of that. Anyway, okay, thank you. It is super swish. There's going to be some video clips of coming out, and we're gonna save this radio station. It's going to happen.
It does look awesome.
Thanks, man. You got a little radio boner. Did you watching it, looking at it?
Well, it was a video one rather than a radio.
A boner.
Oh yes, man. Put that on Pornhub. So you go on Pornhub. What are we going to put in today? MILF, big butts. No, new radio studios. me and Kath pop up with a bloke who can't wee. Oh yes, that'll do it. That will do it. Anyway, Paul.
Man, I was calling about that TV show on BBC at the minute. Years and years.
Well, is it on? Is it on right now?
Well, it was on. It's on iPlayer. I think we're 2 episodes in of a series. I don't know how long it's going to be.
I've never heard of it. What is it?
Yeah, you have, because Noel Sullivan, our new mate Noel Sullivan, is in it.
He's in it. Yeah.
Noel Sullivan's
he's in episode 2.
Is he good? I bet he's brilliant in it.
No, he's really, really good in it. Yeah. I don't think he's in it for more than 1 episode, I would guess. But we haven't seen the third one yet. But I tell you what, it reminds me of, man.
Black Mirror.
Even more. The first episode reminds me of Threads.
Well, we only saw like 5 minutes. Why? Because is there a nuclear war?
There's the potential for one in the very first episode.
We saw about 5 minutes of it, and it just looked to me like sub Black Mirror. And here's the thing: can I say something blasphemous? Am I allowed to blaspheme here?
Let's go for it.
I don't like Black Mirror. I don't rate it. Oh, there's Ian slagging off another thing that everybody else loves. Well, yeah, all right, whatever. I don't like.
But do you not like any Black Mirror, or is it just some Black Mirror you don't like?
I've only seen like 2.
Very different.
I've only seen I saw the one when it first went to Netflix, and it was about you had to get everyone had an app, and you had to be rated on this app.
Yeah, I know the one you mean. Yeah.
Now, is that a good one or a bad one?
It's an okay one. It's an average one. Okay. But there are some fantastic ones, and they're very, very different from one another as well.
Okay. Well, okay. Tell me one to watch.
That's something.
Tell me one to watch.
The one I would recommend of Black Mirror is probably I think it's from the last series, and it's one where they're doing like a Star Trek parody.
Okay.
That's my favourite. I think that's really good. There's a good, there's a few good ones, but I think that was my favourite.
Okay, I'm going to check that one out. If it's rubbish, I'm going to kill you. Just like in an episode of Black Mirror. So in an episode of Black Mirror, a radio host is looking for recommendations of Black Mirrors to watch. A guy called Paul phones him up and tells him one, and the radio host absolutely hates it because he knew he would, because he hates Black Mirror. Just the whole concept of it, the millennials Twilight Zone. And he spends the rest of his life hunting down the guy that told him about it to kill him. And then the camera pulls, as he stabs him to death, then another camera comes in and you see that actually that's an episode of Black Mirror that they're trapped in.
Oh, right, okay.
There you go, you see. Oh, and I saw the one where... Did I see the one? I saw the one where they got a man and a woman they turned into Hoovers.
What?
They turned into robot Hoovers.
I'm not sure, man.
Maybe I dreamt that one. All right. Anything else, Paul?
No, that's it, man.
There we go. Nah, that's it. Thank you, Paul. I appreciate that. Dave, you're going to be the first call after midnight. Dear listener, you could be joining Dave. Busy on the phones. Dave's the last call we've got. So now will be a great time to call in, speak to Sam. He'll take your name and number and give you a call back. Probably free for most of you, but pennies to call in, and we call you back. A few things we've talked about: your first mobile phone, urban myths. Is Black Mirror any good? What else?
Skips. Don't go there.
Skips. Skips was tricky. Skips was tricky. I think we should bin that topic.
That's good.
Thank you, Catherine. That means a lot coming from a woman. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. This is the Late Night Alternative. It's on every weeknight from 10 with me, Iain Lee and Katherine Boyle on Talk Radio.
Talk Radio. The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Hang on, we've got a guest here, and I was talking to him, and I wasn't ready, and I thought I was ready, and then I saw Mark Dolan, who I'm guessing is doing the show after. I saw Mark Dolan. So, yeah, go on.
He just introduced himself to me. He knew what my name was.
So I could ask him after the show?
Yeah.
Okay, good, because honestly, I'm totally blanking. I recognise the face and the attitude, but I'm totally blanking on... So he knows, does he?
Yeah.
Okay, but I'll ask Mark Dolan. This is Talk Radio.
There's a voice that keeps on calling me. Down the road is where I'll always be. Every stop I make a new friend. Can't stay for long, just turn around and I'm gone again. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow I'll just keep moving on. Down this road that never seems to end. When new adventure lies just around the bend. So if you wanna join me for a while, just grab your hat, come travel light, that's old style. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow, the whole world is my home. So if you wanna join me for a while, just grab your hat, come travel light, that's old style. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow, I'll just keep moving on. Until tomorrow, I'll just keep moving on. There's a world that's waiting to unfold. A brand new tale no one has ever told. We've journeyed far, but you know it won't be long. We're almost there and we paid our fare with a hobo song. Maybe tomorrow, I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow, I'll just keep moving on.
Here we go.
If you wanna join me for a while.
Last hour of the show, dear listener. Last hour of the show.
Travel light, that's old style. Maybe tomorrow I'll find what I call home. Until tomorrow, you know I'm free to roll.
Ba-dum, 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 ba. Just jazzing off at the end there. It was nice. I like that. 0344 499 1000. Mark Dolan is on at 1 o'clock. Not Killer Kellner. Killer Kellner may have been banged up for more heinous, violent crimes.
They finally caught up with him.
They got Dolan in. He's even worse than Killer Kellner.
Don't tell him.
You check his hands when he comes in. There'll be blood under the fingernails. You mark my words. Yeah, a little bit suspicious, that. Good evening, Dave.
Hello.
Hello, Dave.
Hi, Ian. I just want to talk about a problem I've been facing recently.
Okay, is it having a crap phone?
No, it's not, but it's, I think, a problem that more people will be facing as, time goes on.
Okay.
So I think if I talk about it, it could help a few people.
Okay, but we can't actually hear what you're saying.
How about now?
Well, say a sentence. Tell me what you have for breakfast.
What did I have for breakfast?
Yes, so I can hear. So I don't really care what you have for breakfast. It's an old microphone test, so that I can hear that it's working.
Testing 1 2.
No, I specifically asked you to tell me what you have for breakfast.
Oh, sorry. Beans on toast.
You didn't have beans on. You never had beans on toast for breakfast. Although I've not had beans on toast.
I didn't actually have breakfast.
I've not had beans on toast for years.
So good.
Oh, nice bit of very buttery bread, and then the beans poured. Oh, yes, mate. I'm having that.
That and a jam butty and cornflakes, right? Things that you don't have for ages, and then you go, oh, why don't I have this more often? Yum, yum, yum.
I'll tell you what I've not had for ages. Love.
Love.
Okay, Dave, sorry. So what's this issue that we all need to be aware of?
Well, it's going to keep growing, and this issue, McDonald's paper straws.
Yes. Didn't you call in about this before?
No, never called in.
Well, someone called in about complaining about McDonald's paper straws.
It's a growing problem, I told you.
Yeah, well, it must be, yeah. Okay, you're the second caller that we've had. Okay, tell us tell us the impact it's had on your life, the transition to the McDonald's paper straw, and then I'll share my own personal story as well.
I used to love going to McDonald's every morning and getting a Fanta.
Oh.
You know, have it, drink it, you know.
Your accent's changing. Right. Is that a result of the paper straws?
Start the morning off right, and then now they taste totally different because it's got paper straws.
Here's this. Paper straws. Paper straws. Paper straws. You're going all around the country, son. Pick an accent and stick with it. That's my advice to thee. Okay, well, here's the thing, right?
Yeah.
You need to do what I do with Mackie D's. It dawned on me the other day when I went out for a drink, and I don't drink alcohol, so I get like an orange and lemonade, a St. Clement's, I believe it's called, but I may be wrong. And they gave me a straw, and I'm supping through the straw, and I thought, it's in a... Just tell your mates to be quiet, Dave, and don't worry. And I'm supping it through a straw, and I thought, I'm nearly 46. I don't need to drink through a straw. It's in a glass. So I took the straw out and I drank from the glass. So this is what I do now. I don't use straws because I'm nearly 46. So what I do is I always carry a spoon with me. And when I have a Mackie D's, and I do from time to time, and I get a milkshake, I take the straw out, I take the lid off, and I eat it as though it's a slushy ice cream.
Well, I've never seen that before.
Well, and you will, Dave, you have learnt something tonight.
It's a sustainable solution.
It really, really is. 0344 499 1000 is the phone number. Hang on a minute. Danny, haven't you been on before?
Yes.
Okay, well, what are you calling in for again?
To swear again, or...?
It was again because I didn't get to say what I wanted to say to start with.
Yeah, here's the thing. If someone does a really bad swear word... They don't get the chance to say...
it was, and I apologise profusely.
Okay, but if someone's drunk and they drop a really bad swear word, we tend...
I'm not drunk.
Okay.
I've had 5 coffees since.
Okay. If someone's drunk and they drop a really bad swear word, they tend... In radio, they tend not to get back on... they tend not to get... Okay, if someone's drunk, has done a really bad swear word and is ill-mannered, they tend not to get back on to make what was inevitably a rather dull point.
So I'm unique then. Okay, can I make my rather dull point?
Do you know what? He's got me.
The persistence, I think, earns him a pass.
If you take it off speakerphone, then yes.
Oh, God, she ain't seen the size of my face.
I bet you £5 he swears again.
How is that?
It's, well, in as much as I can hear you better, it's worse, but carry on.
Okay, right.
You've forgotten, haven't you, Danny?
Before you cut me off, hopefully you'll be cut off by an incoming call. Hello, darling. Will you please call me? I would like to know if you got home safe last night, because last time I heard from you, you were in the South Bank, and you were drunk and waiting for a night bus, and I've heard nothing since.
Well, why don't you,
that one done.
Why don't you, I don't know, phone her?
I've been trying. There's nothing going through, but she listens to you 24/7.
Well, how is she going to be listening? How is she going to be listening if
on the radio?
So she carries. Oh, so you're hoping. Well, hang on. You're hoping she's at home, mate. She's got home and she's turned the phone off. She doesn't want to speak to drunk Danny. I wish I'd turned the phone off. I don't want to speak to drunk Danny.
I'm not drunk. Trust me, mate. I'm working 5 hours.
Okay. Well, then I pity your boss. Well, Danny, we'll keep...
I'm not driving.
Okay, thank Christ. Well, Danny, I really hope that she's well.
Well, we're not find out in a second if we get cut off because she ring me.
No, she might not be listening, mate. If she was drunk when you spoke to her 2 hours ago, she's probably...
No, 2 days ago.
You said last night.
Yeah, last night. It's 2 days ago because it's tomorrow now.
Well, no, it was 1 day ago then. Maybe she just doesn't want to. She's not interested in you, Dan.
That's possible.
It is possible.
It's very possible, but I'm sitting here watching, but looking over something that's worth a lot of money. Just stop.
Oh, he's looking over something that's worth a lot of money.
Coming on board.
Well, you're looking at something worth a lot of money. What is that?
Home.
Jeez. Oh,
it's
God.
our second home.
Right.
But we're on moored. There's a crack den opposite.
Right.
And I can make you laugh, but I can't because that would be dishing the police.
Okay. I've got no idea what you're talking about, and do you know what? I'm actually not that interested, Danny. Thanks very much indeed. Let's go to Mustafa. Good evening, Mustafa.
Oh, hello there.
Hello, Mustafa.
Right, I'm calling from Isleworth.
Are you on speakerphone?
Yes.
What is wrong with you lot? Grow some have a little bit of respect. We're not on The Apprentice, all right? We're on the radio. Okay. Hold the phone in your hand up to your ear.
That's what I'm doing right now.
If this guy says, if Mustafa says, I have that lady and I will give her back for £500,000, then we've got a show.
Yeah, we definitely.
Then we've got a last hour of the show. Yes, Mustafa. Hello.
Hi, I'm from Isleworth, and I travel up and down the London Road, the A4, and you know the big Gillette building there, and it's got a clock there, and it's turned into what. You know, we used to read about Miss Havisham's clock in David Copperfield.
Great Expectations.
Was it the Great Expectations?
Oh, come on, Catherine. Come on. He's doing better than I could.
It's actually stopped at 12 o'clock. And I've been living in this area for the last 7 years.
Okay.
And every time I go past it, it's at 12 o'clock. All four faces of it.
Yeah.
You can see it for at least a quarter of a mile distance all around. And people coming in from Heathrow Airport.
Yes.
As soon as that's the first clock they meet up, and it's stuck at 12 o'clock for I don't know, for 6 years at least, because I've been living here for over 4
Okay, we're finding out so much about you, Mustafa, and about how people meet clocks after they've been to an airport. But
it's every time I go up to that crossroad and I see that clock.
The clock is stuck at 12 o'clock on all four faces. Yes.
And it's a Gillette building.
Yeah.
And they're the
best
people
a man
who are
can get.
selling like razors for £7, and I haven't had a shave for about 3 months now.
In protest at the clock face.
As a clock face, and I've been trying to look it up, and I see some other people some construction company have apparently sort of taken over the building or something.
So it's not Gillette, so you can have a shave now.
But don't build anything.
It is the Gillette building, and they're quite a reputed company, and I can't understand why the clock is not working.
Well, because I bet it'll cost £250,000 to fix it.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if there's a horologist in the whole area. Though.
It will cost £250,000 to fix it, and do you know what? You've got a phone, yeah?
I have.
Yes, the time's on there. You don't need it.
I don't need that, but to call upon that clock every morning and to see it being stuck at 12 o'clock, with people, it's just.
Why does it upset? Just let it go.
Look, okay, I will, but
just let it go.
Me, and I just wanted to ring you up and tell
why is it bothering you, Mustafa?
Well, it's just because in Great Expectations there was this Miss Havisham who had this clock struck at 12 o'clock, and I think this whole area is stuck in some kind of time zone.
Oh,
and it's like,
I like that.
Someone must pay some attention to a clock not running. I mean, I've always been kind of a DIY guy who fixes things around the house, around the garden, and just make sure something's ticked off.
Do you want to get inside? Do you want to get inside the shaft and have a fiddle?
I would like to get a team of horologists up there.
So you want to get a load of guys inside, get inside that shaft and start fiddling around and seeing if you. It's a big project. Do you think you could bring it off?
Well, I could have a go at it. Yeah.
Yeah, I bet you could. Bet you could, son. Okay. Well, I don't know the clock. I don't know the book. I don't know.
I just wanted to make it a little bit of awareness for the council people or someone who takes pride in this area of Isleworth, and yet they'll go around their own business and they're not even sort of.
Well, here's the thing:
it's not a council building, is it?
If it's a private building, then it's down to the company, and if the clock has been broken for many years.
Many years.
If anyone knows about this, by the way, I'll take calls on this. 03. I know it's a bit niche, but there you go. 0344 499 1000. If it's not been working for many years, then it is going to be an expensive project to get it going, because the machinery will all be...
The building's been empty for 10 years. It's only just been sold.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the building... Mustafa, you didn't tell me that. The building is empty.
In fact, no, this was in 2013. It had been empty for 10 years.
There appears to be some activities going around in the building.
Yeah, probably squatters. The building's empty, mate. No one's there.
I don't think there's squatters in there.
Don't, mate. This should have been the first thing you said. There's an empty building.
It's a Gillette building, and the Gillette are selling their razors.
But I don't think Gillette own it anymore.
I know. They've not owned it since 2013.
Haven't they?
No.
Well,
she found that out in 5 minutes of Googling. I'm getting angry now. I don't want to get angry with this guy. He sounds like a decent guy, decent, upstanding citizen, a member of society. But I'm going to box his ears.
Well, the MP around this area is our dear Mary Cadbury, and I've managed to get hold of her, and I'm going to have a word with her when I'll send her an email to try and get some people to fix it. I mean,
I imagine she's a bit busy. If it's a private building, it's got nothing to do with anyone else.
Well, I think we should attract the attention of at least whoever is in charge of that building.
Well, Google them.
Okay, that's great. Mustafa, thank you very much indeed. Suddenly I'm back at BBC Three Counties Radio, and I just can't bear it. The switchboard is empty, dear listener. We have another 40-odd minutes or so to go. If you want to give us a call now would be a great time to give us a call. 0344 499 1000. This is Talk Radio.
The radio show where the owls are not what they seem.
Do you or have you ever watched Twin Peaks?
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee.
We could be dreaming and meeting each other in our dreams.
On Talk Radio.
And go. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. Let's go. Please not about. Christine. Good evening, Christine.
Oh, hiya.
Hey, Christine. What can we do for you tonight?
Oh, big fan of your time in the jungle.
Thank you very much indeed. Me too. Let me tell you now, them strawberries was delicious.
And it's a shame you're not on that morning thing on ITV.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what's going on there. I don't think they like me anymore, but that's fine. Anyway, what can we do for you tonight?
Oh, I was wanting to talk about skip hire.
Okay.
If anybody's had any issues within regional boundaries of zoning issues and...
Hang on a minute, is this Pablo doing a voice? Good evening, Pablo. Thank you very much indeed. Do you know what? I didn't spot that.
I did.
I thought it was someone... I thought it was... I thought it was someone who was not quite up to speed with life. I didn't recognise.
It was Pablo.
Pablo. Here we go. This is what we need. 03444 99. Listening to that clock guy made me wish I had some Gillette razors to hand. Oh, Sean, come on now. Sean. Horrified women have slammed a rule book which claims to detail the 30 ways to keep your husband.
Uh-huh.
The list of rules was posted to Facebook. That's it. US-based Facebook page called That's It, I'm Wedding Shaming, by an anonymous guest who revealed it had been posted to a wedding planning group she was part of. The controversial guidelines include the advice to never raise your voice at your husband and provide regular sex.
With who?
And the unnamed original author claimed that many of the points, here we go, were backed up by passages from the Bible. Posting screen grabs to the page, the horrified guest wrote, titled 30 Ways to Keep Your Husband, and shared in a wedding planning group. So many people were happily tagging their partners. Referring to housework, another reads, never forget that your husband married you, not your maid or anyone else. Do your duties. Okay, so here we go. Here's the 30 rules. Okay, let's see where we get with these. Every woman should read these 30 rules for godly women. Men, your future wife should read this. Number 1, never raise your voice for any reason to your husband. It's a sign of disrespect.
Oh, dear.
But here's the thing. Certainly historically, and when I say historically, within living memory, probably even now, actually, but within living memory, this was certainly very, very common, that the woman was the good little woman. She stayed at home. She did as she was told. She got pin money, housekeeping, And that was it. And, you know, that was kind of what was expected of my mum, actually. And she bucked the trend by going to college when I was about 8 or 9 and getting a job. And my dad was a little bit, I think he was cool with it. Maybe I'm doing him a disservice, but it was frowned on by some people. I remember that.
My grandma on my mum's side has left a little legacy for my mum.
Yeah.
Which is, when my granddad came home from work, there were to be nobody else, no friends or anyone in the house. He didn't want to come home to a load of gabbing women.
Oh, my God.
So now, when my mum's around my house and my husband pulls up on the drive, my mum will make her excuses, and I have to really, really...
Isn't that funny? Gosh.
Convince her that that is not a thing.
Wow, your mum?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Uh-huh.
Happy to take your calls on this as well, your stories.
That grandma was brought up by her father.
Right.
So there was no sort of female role model in the house to show her that that wasn't the thing.
I wonder what we're doing.
Oh, there'll be loads of
things. There'll be
things.
loads that we're doing as parents that our kids in 30 years' time will go, did your mum and dad do that? Because it was weird. It was really, really weird, but they did it all the time, and they, you know, they were doing their best and they thought they were being loving, but it was weird.
Yeah. You don't find out about that stuff until you move out and move in with someone else.
How can I smell food?
Aircon.
I could smell food. It smell like a curry or something. Flipping heck. What is wrong with this place? Number 2, don't expose now this I agree. I do agree with this. Don't expose your husband's weaknesses to your family and friends.
Oh, no, I wouldn't do that.
Both ways, that works. It will bounce back at you. You are each other's keeper. I quite like that line. You're each other's keeper.
I don't like the keeper thing, but I do think that you're supposed to be the team, right?
Yeah. It's
unless the weakness is he bashes me or something.
Yeah.
I don't think you should go slagging your best mate off, essentially.
No.
And also, then someone will say, oh, well, he did this, and of course you'll be offended about it. You're giving them ammunition against him.
And also, that's the thing, it's your best mate that you said, right, we're gonna have a crack. It's gonna be tricky in places, but we're gonna have a go at growing old together. We're gonna have a go at seeing if we can get to like 80 together. And that's that thing stinks. And that's it. It's your best mate.
Yeah,
it's your best mate. It should be.
You shouldn't be undermining them.
Number 3, never use attitudes and moods to communicate with your husband. You never know how your husband will interpret them. Defensive women don't have a happy home. This is weird. This is women to men. Surely
yeah, exactly. This is both, isn't it?
This one is both. This is both. Number 4, never compare your husband to other men. You've no idea what their life is all about. If you attack his ego, his love for you will diminish.
Really? That makes a man sound like a child, doesn't it?
Number 5, never ill-treat your husband's friends because you don't like them. The person who's supposed to get rid of them is your husband. Skip a couple. Never blame your husband if he comes back home empty-handed. Rather encourage him. Oh, okay.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Empty-handed? What? Just generally? He's always got to bring something.
Never be a wasteful wife. Your husband's sweat is too precious to be wasted. These are just insane now. These are written by some of our callers we've had in the last hour. These are nuts. Never pretend to be sick for the purpose of denying your husband sex.
Oh, the headaches.
You must give it to him how he wants it. All right, this is a bit rapey. This is a little bit rapey. Sex is very important to men.
Well,
and women, I believe.
Yeah, but also I wouldn't want to be having sex with someone who didn't want to have sex with me, and surely that goes the other way around, doesn't it?
If you keep denying him, it is a matter of time before another woman takes over that duty. No man can withstand sex starvation for too long, even the anointed ones. Never compare your husband to your one-time sex mate in bedroom or an ex-lover. Your home may never recover from it if you do. Never. Here we go. 0344 499 1000. By the way, we'll have a quick game of what's it called? Please pass
the chaton.
Pass the chaton. We'll play that in a bit. Never answer for your husband in public opinion polls. Let him handle what is directed to him. Makes sense. Although he may answer for you in public opinion polls.
Wow. I'd like to see him try.
Never shout or challenge your husband in front of children. Wise women don't do that.
I do think that you shouldn't undermine each other in front of children.
Oh, I agree. Don't forget... No, I don't know what this means. This is number 14. Don't forget to check the smartness of your husband. Oh, no, okay, it's physical. Don't forget to check the smartness of your husband before he checks out. So as it goes off to work, it's that brushing of the shoulders, straightening of the tie, hat. You look marvellous, darling. But that's nice for both to do that.
Yeah, of course it is.
You got your,
don't let me go out the door with my skirt tucked in my knickers, please.
Never be in a hurry in the bathroom and on the dressing table. Out there, your husband is always surrounded by women who took their time on their looks.
Oh, please.
Isn't it? Sam, can we do reverb here? Possibly. Have a little play around in a bit. I just dawned on me today, this looks like the kind of setup where we might be able to do a bit of reverb. Have a little play around.
All this stuff reminds me of a song, Burt Bacharach song that Dionne Warwick sang called Wives and Lovers. Have you heard that?
No.
Oh, my.
Go on, how's it go?
Hey, little girl, comb your hair, fix your makeup, soon he will walk through the door.
I know the song. I've never heard the lyrics.
Yeah, it's wives should always be lovers too. Run to his arms the moment he gets home to you. I'm warning you. Day after day, there are girls at the office and men will always be men.
Number 23. Does your husband like a kind of cooked food? Try changing your cooking. No man jokes with food. I think these are translated. These feel like they're translated. Don't associate with women who have a wrong mental attitude about marriage. A prayerful wife is a better equipped wife. Pray always for your husband and family. This is incredible scenes.
I wonder how many women have lived their lives by these rules and still got left for someone else. Because then what's the answer? Is it still your fault?
Yeah, man. Let's go to Steph. Good evening, Steph.
Hello.
Hello, Steph. What can we do for you tonight?
I just thought I'd give you a call. I'm currently travelling down the motorway and listening to your show for the past hour, and I thought, goodness me, because I've not listened in a little while, and I thought, goodness me, aren't there some strange people around at this time in the evening?
I hope you're not referring to me and Katherine under that banner, Steph, because that would be rude. But flipping heck, man, honestly, well, listen, we, if you've not listened for a while, we've had a little rethink and we've had a little change of direction, and the show is going back to being funny. So welcome back, Steph. It got a little bit dark, it got a little bit heavy. We're back. The Giggle Factory is open. But what that means is, for the last hour, we have had some absolute fruitcakes calling in.
Complete fruitcakes.
And I don't know how to stop them. I want sensible, intelligent discussion. And we're just getting weirdos calling in, mate.
Mate, I agree with you. Like I say, I normally listen to your show, well, it's probably a few months since I've listened, actually, but that's because my job, I'm a wedding filmmaker.
Oh.
And so when I finish weddings, normally switch your show on. And... yeah, I just thought I'd give you a ring.
Yeah.
So I'm travelling down south, just finished a wedding, and I thought, right, talk about weddings, talk about marriage.
A Friday wedding. I think people who get married in a weekday, I think they're selfish. I think it's
really?
Yes, because
selfish or posh.
Or cheap, because everyone's got to everyone's got to take a day off work, Steph.
That's true, but what you've got to think is the bride and groom save a heck of a lot of money, don't they?
Oh, yeah. It's probably tens of thousands. How do you do it? Because it's funny, as soon as you say I make wedding videos, instantly I've gone back to 1989, and I'm picturing you with two massive kind of suitcase-sized VHS camcorders and
winding them up.
Yeah, winding them up. One's on a tripod, the other one you're carrying. You got to put it down every 20 minutes because it's doing your backing. I would imagine, Steph, it's a slightly different setup now. What you got? Like a Canon?
No. You hit the nail on the head there, mate. We wind them up, and during the ceremony they click a little bit. It can be sometimes a problem, but we tend to. No, I'm joking. Anyway,
yes.
No, yeah, you're quite right. Digital. So
you on Canon 5Ds? You stretched to a 5D?
No, they're cinema cameras. So it's changed a little bit without boring you, because I'm sure you're not interested in it.
No, I don't. Here's the thing. I don't know anything about cameras, but I do get a little bit geeky. Whenever I'm doing a shoot, it hasn't been for a while, I always gravitate towards the cameraman and end up chatting to him about stuff I have absolutely no concept of, but it gets me a little bit excited.
Well, wedding videos have changed somewhat since the 1980s and 1990s, when it was sort of a big thing to have a video. So we don't make... We still record the ceremony and the speeches and things like that in full.
Yeah.
But we make more of a movie now. So we've got like a drone. We take like...
Drones, of course it's drones.
Yeah,
yes,
like aerial footage and things like that. And it's more, when they turn it on, it's more of a film, short clips, music.
Beautiful.
Yeah, well, it's a proper film, so...
And then how long does it take? Drones, of course. I bet that looks great. A drone shot on a wedding. I bet it looks great.
Yeah, well, we had fireworks tonight, so it was nice place out in the middle of nowhere, and they had fireworks, so we put the drone up, obviously safely and licensed to do so.
That's great.
But yeah, we got some nice shots of the fireworks going off with the bride and groom down
And then
below.
how long is that going to take you to edit that?
Oh, it's quite long.
Yeah.
It's roughly about between 70 and 80 hours per wedding.
There we go. You see, that's the real work. Shooting it, yeah, fine. But the editing is always with these things. That is the real work.
That's right. But no, I just thought I'd give you a ring.
Bless
say
you,
hello.
Steph.
I've never called him before.
Thank you, mate.
And yeah, I just thought, wow, there's some really interesting people around at this time of night, excluding you two.
Interesting in inverted commas. Steph, nice to talk to you. Drive carefully, please, mate. Thank you very much indeed. Christian and Kadir, stay there. You'll be on in a second. 0344 499 1000. This is Talk Radio.
A star-crossed soapbox for sailor boys, stable girls,
I'm on the edge.
and stripper grands.
It depends who you're with and it depends on the situation.
Late night speech radio with a difference.
Thank you.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Here we go. Oh, that works. Here we go. It's the last 30 minutes of the show, 25 minutes of the show. Then it's Mark Dolan, who's going to be on at 1 o'clock, taking you through the night. I like Mark, right? I met him years and years ago, probably just post 11 o'clock show, maybe on Rise. I can't quite. Maybe Rise, actually, because that was when Balls of Steel was out, the show that he hosted. Remember Balls of Steel?
Yes, I do remember.
Was Mr. Shaky Hands? No, Mr. Shaky Hands was on Banzai, which was a slightly different thing, but Balls of Steel, yes. I think I may have met him around then. I don't think I've met him since. I don't know. Anyway. Here's the thing, right? He's fast. He's a very quick thinker, very sharp, and he speaks very fast, right? I'm going to listen to the first hour on the way home, and then I'm going to set my alarm. I'm going to listen to the last 30 minutes. I want to see if he can keep up that speed for a 4-hour shift. Oh, yeah, it's fine doing a 30-minute. Oh, yeah, it's fine doing an hour. Can he keep up that speed? And let's be honest, that enthusiasm. He always sounds very, very enthusiastic.
Yeah.
Will he be able to sound as enthusiastic as he approaches 5 a.m.? Let's see. This is what will be the real test for Mark Dolan on at 1 o'clock. Let's go to Christian. Good evening, Christian.
Want to be the level of Mark Dolan will be.
Sorry? What? I missed that because I had the wrong fader up.
It's okay. It's okay. Can I just say, the Tony Slattery interview was wonderful.
Thank you, mate. Yes, thank you very much indeed. That was something very special. I feel very privileged to have spent that time with him.
Yeah, it's funny because so I went to the Fringe a few years ago.
Yeah.
And a friend of mine is I think it's his niece.
Okay.
I think it's his niece, and she always mentioned Uncle Tony. And I don't know if you could help me with this, Iain, and you, Katherine. So I went to the Fringe with her.
Yes.
I don't know whether it's okay to mention the interview with her.
Why do you think it might not be okay to mention the interview with her?
Well, because she always mentioned her Uncle Tony.
Yeah.
But I don't know how that's... Well, I don't know how that side of the family is maybe comes across.
Well, the fact that she mentioned him implies... I mean, did she speak bad of him, or...?
No, not at all. That is the thing. It's been a couple of years since I've actually spoken to her anyway.
Okay.
But I think I don't know. The surname Slattery was there, and the other thing was it was like Tony Slattery to me was an absolute magnificent Beast, who did this wonderful TV show.
Beast is a really, really good word, actually, to describe him.
There was something quite wild about him, wasn't there?
Beast is a great word.
No, he was that wonderful element to things like we say, whose line is it anyway?
Yeah.
Who was just Beast, but also just unpredictable.
Yeah. Well. He still is unpredictable. You can't take that away from him.
Exactly.
He surprised us all, I think.
I mean, that interview brought me. Oh my God, my Lord! It was terrific. It's such a shame that someone who you can watch on those repeats, could be reduced to, the pauses in that interview. I know exactly what you mean. But I'm quite confident that this kind of upsurge in interest, he was on this morning, a few weeks before, actually, Christian, and it's worth checking out on YouTube because he sounds a lot better than when I spoke to him. And I watched it and it was like, oh, okay, right. Well, okay. So he has good days and he has not so good days. But I'm really hoping that this upsurge in interest, and we're going to go and see him in a week doing a show, Kath, is going to help his rehabilitation. And by rehabilitation, I mean his personal life, I mean his mental health, and I mean his career. So I would bring it up to her. The worst she can do is ignore you or say, I don't want to talk about that. That's okay.
I expect she probably knows more than you do about it.
Yeah.
She probably does. The thing is, that is it. So she always would mention her Uncle Tony. But I'm trying to work out the way in which so your interview, I feel as though it's like, I don't know, how to put it. I found it amazing, but to actually go to someone else and then go, look, I listened to this. By the way, it was about your uncle. I found it. I don't know. I'm trying to find the words.
It's a tough one, man. It's a tough one. I mean, it's a tough one. I don't know how well you know this niece.
I was going to say, it depends on your relationship.
I know her really, really well. I know her really well. We went up to the Fringe together. I think
here's my thinking. I'm not telling you to do this. It's my thinking is I would if I were a friend of mine, I would say, hey, I heard an interview with your uncle on the radio, and it was I found it really powerful. I found him inspiring. I've also found it very, very sad, and just want to say if there's anything I can do to help you or your family through this, then I'm there as a friend. Fantastic. And that may open up a conversation if she is prepared to open up a conversation. It may open up that conversation then. It may open up that conversation in 6 months' time, or it may open up no conversation. But you're offering support. Go on, Kath.
From the point of view of a family member, I think it's quite important that people acknowledge that that's going on. I wouldn't want people to avoid talking about him to me.
And also, he's doing it. He's going out there. He is putting himself out there to do these interviews. He's got a good team around him who are supporting him. I did say to Kath, do we play this out? Is it exploitative? And we talked about it, and we decided it wasn't. And I'm glad we played it out. He's going to be on Richard Herring's podcast when he goes to Edinburgh.
It was fantastic. It was utterly fantastic.
Well, the important thing is that his friends approved of it. His friends thought that they said that we got the real Tony in there.
Yeah. There we go. Christian, listen, thank you very much. If you do decide to speak to your friend about it, let us know how it goes, please. 03444991000. This is Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee.
On air and off the leash.
On Talk Radio.
03444991000. The end is nigh. Let's go to Kadir. Good evening, Kadir.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm very, very well. Why does everyone seem to have the vibe sucked out of them?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's a placid night, you know?
But, you weren't here for the first hour and a half. The first hour and a half was insane.
Rambunctious.
Yes, man.
It's run out of energy.
Come on, no. Well, okay, well then we need to get some energy back. Kadir, are you standing up?
Yes.
Okay, I want you to do 10 star jumps. Count out loud, soldier!
1, 2, 3.
He's doing them.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Right on the spot, soldier! Get those knees high!
Knees to chest.
Higher!
High.
Higher! Drop and give me 20.
Oh, come on.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Something for the ladies at home.
Oh, God.
4, 5, 6, 7.
You're not doing them anymore.
You stopped doing them at 5?
No.
You stopped doing them at 5?
I'm still doing them. I'm on my bed.
Your bed?
You can't do press-ups on your bed. That's not called a press-up. Anyway.
All right, soldier. What have you called in for?
I just called to say that I met Rick Astley last week. 80s superstar.
Yeah, we know who Rick Astley is, mate. We were there first time round.
Yeah.
Tell us his story, and it better be good.
I said I met him, but
sound excited.
I said I met him, but I actually lit up the floor for him because it was backstage at a concert.
Did you meet him?
He said thank you to me for opening the door for him.
Thanks very much for your call, Kadir. I mean, outrageous.
That wasn't worth 10 star jumps.
Outrageous. What you got, Boyley?
Oh,
by the way, I meant to say tonight was the opening night of the Spice Girls tour.
Oh.
If we got 15 minutes. I think it was Dublin. I love the Spice Girls. I'm not going to go and see them in a stadium, though. I really hate. I went to one stadium gig, the Eagles at Twickenham. Oh, it was just hellish. I'm not going to go to a stadium gig to see them unless someone gives me a VIP ticket. Then of course I'll go for free and I'll say it was great. But if you were in Dublin, if you saw the Spice Girls tonight, 0344 499 1000. How brilliant was it? I bet it was amazing.
I'd go and see them wherever.
Oh, I love it. Go on. Sorry.
Well, I mean, in unconnected news, scientists have created a noise that will burst your organs.
Oh, like brown noise?
Yeah. Except worse.
Brown noise, Durchfall noise, is a noise that is such a low vibration it makes you makes you shit yourself. Yeah, we had to say it. We had to say it. There's no way of saying it. It's also known as the Matthew Wright Show. But now they've got something
more potent
that will burst your organs.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Scientists have created the loudest possible underwater sound, and it's so noisy it could burst your organs.
Loud underwater sound. Okay, this is awesome, man.
Because my mum and dad went to see The Who back in the day, and they said that sound went right through you. But this is something else.
Yeah.
Created by firing powerful lasers into water jets.
Yes, man.
The ear-splitting racket was twice as loud as a Motorhead concert. It was so powerful it can boil water.
Flipping heck,
and
man.
if played through earphones, would rupture your eardrums, your heart, and your lungs.
They've got to do this to jihadists. They have to make jihadists wear their headphones and test it on them and nonsense.
The research was carried out at Stanford University in California. High-powered X-ray lasers were blasted into a jet of water about half the width of a human hair. The high-energy rays, shot in short pulses, instantly vaporised the water molecules around them.
Molecules, you
Molecules.
say? Molecules, huh?
This sent a shockwave through the water jet, creating a sound pressure equivalent to 270 decibels. That's twice as loud as an air horn set off next to your ear, and well over double the 120 decibels reached during the average Motorhead concert.
The Motorhead concerts are pretty quiet now, what with Lemmy being dead.
If you were to ever experience the sound directly, earplugs wouldn't help, as your eardrums would burst. Fortunately for the researchers, the test was performed in a vacuum chamber, so they couldn't hear it.
It'd have to be, yeah.
They say the noise sets a new record for how intense sound could be in water.
Oh, so intense in water.
And if you want to read more, you'll need to have a look at the journal Physical Review Fluids.
I'm going to be doing a physical review of some fluids when I get home. But before that, we're going to take calls straight to air for the last 5-10 minutes of the show. We're going to play, what's it called? Chatterbait. What's it called?
What?
What's it called?
Pass the chaton.
Pass the chaton, sorry. So this is very, very simple. Very, very simple. You've not fallen off a chair for a long time. Very, very simple game.
Mutual chatterbation.
Very simple game. You phone up. You come on air, okay? You stay on air until someone else phones in. Means you could be on for a long time or you could be on for seconds. So I guess the key here is If you've got something you want to say it quick.
Oh, yeah.
But if you hang up, you're out of the game. You can't come back. You can phone in as many times as you want, but you can't hang up. You've got to stay on.
So seriously, give us your headline straight away, because you might not be on it for very long.
0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. You've got to phone up now. We've got about literally 5 or 6 minutes to play this. You phone up, I will see your name pop up, or your number will pop up on the screen, and I'll put you on air, and as soon as you're on, bam, you got to get on there, because if I see another number come on the screen, that's it. You're off. It's as simple as that. It's called Pass the Chaton. 0344 499 1000. Now we wait. Line 1, you're on the wireless.
Hello, Ian. It's Nelly.
Hello, Nelly.
I put a kilogram on this week.
Oh,
by eating a lot of crap.
Yeah, that's
cheddar.
Edam. You can. Okay. I see a pattern forming here.
Half an Easter egg.
Yeah.
And a massive one.
Line 2, you're on the wireless.
Hi, Ant-Man here. Thanks for your kind words at the start of the show tonight.
Oh,
really
it's the Ant-Man!
Yes.
This guy sells ants. We love you. You're like a younger, more beautiful Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, that picture's about 4 years old. Weirdly,
he's just Ryan Reynolds.
I believed a photo I saw online. What a sucker. I said sucker.
I tell you what, my partner absolutely loves Ryan Reynolds.
Line 1, you're on the wireless.
I had a Chinese tonight. It was chicken satay skewers, prawn crackers. It was...
Line 3, you're on the wireless.
Good evening. Is there any chance that there will ever be another late night lock-in?
It is not impossible, but it is unlikely.
Oh, okay, well...
Line 4, you're on the wireless.
Yeah, I was just wondering if anybody could get me in contact with any kind of skip hire company.
And now no one chooses to phone in. Now this is the only call we've got on the screen. Please, 03444991000. Where you go, Pablo? I can't stop you.
The local authority seems to deem it appropriate to charge me £10, even though I paid £46 for a permit. I'm having to pay £10 a day just for the skip to be there. I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, Christine, I must say, thank you very much, Christine, for calling in. I appreciate that.
Oh, thank God. Line 2, you're on the wireless.
The only bone in the human body that is not connected to any other bone is the heart.
Line 3, you're on the wireless.
I had a chicken chow mein as well. I had a few pints of Guinness tonight. Also had sweet potato fries earlier in the week. I've drank a lot of milk.
Milk is a bad one. Are you drinking the green milk? Or the white stuff?
Oh, the red milk.
There we go. Thank you. Line 1, you're... There's a good little joke there. Green milk or the white milk? Line 1, you're on the wireless. Too slow. Line 2, you're on the wireless.
Decibels are measured logarithmically. You can't have twice as much as a decibel. Like 30 decibels.
Line 1, you're on the wireless. He's owning you there, mate.
Not owning me, owning the scientists of Stanford University.
Ian.
Good evening, Line 1.
Have you seen 5G Apocalypse, by any chance, on the YouTubes?
I don't know what 5G Apocalypse is. No, I've not looked at it on YouTubes.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Tell me about
really
it.
Check it out.
Talk to me.
Well...
Line 2.
The best a man can get.
Sorry? Hello, you're on the air.
Gillette.
Line 1, you're on the air.
Yeah, local council. Christine, by the way. Local council.
Line 2, you're on the wireless.
Hi there, Ian. It's June.
Hello,
I've
June.
been to the eye hospital.
Oh,
I went to the eye hospital.
Yes?
4% vision in one eye.
You've got what? Line 1, you're on the wireless.
I have a song that will win Eurovision 2020. I know a song that'll get on your nerves, get on your nerves, get on your nerves. I know a song that'll get on your nerves all day long. I know a song that'll get on your nerves, get on your nerves, get on your nerves. I know a song that'll get on your nerves all day long.
Yeah,
I know a song that'll get on your nerves, get on your nerves, get on your nerves. I know a song that'll get on your nerves all day long.
Yeah, carry on. No one else is
I know a
calling
song
in.
that'll get on your nerves. Get on your nerves. Get on your nerves. I know a song that'll get on your nerves all day long.
Carry on.
I know a song that'll get on your nerves.
Line 2, you're on the wireless.
Hello, Terry. I apologise for my voice. I don't know if anybody's had any concerns with Skip High.
Line 3, you're on the wireless.
What was the mystery of Abbott's Langley Fire Brigade?
And on that bombshell, we end, because we are joined by Mr. Mark Dolan. Mark.
Now, a couple of things to say. First of all, Katherine, Iain, hello.
Good evening.
I love the show.
Bless you, brother.
I
Thank
think
you.
there's something truly almost metaphysical about appearing on a radio show that you listen to.
Wow, thank you.
I love your show.
praise.
Talk Sports downstairs or upstairs or somewhere, and I was on Hawksby and Jacobs, and it was freakish because as a self-employed entertainer, I've got it on all day. As I just sort of gaze into the distance. And so now it's happening right now. It's
Bless
a good
you.
feeling.
Thank you.
There's a few things to say. First of all, it's cold in here, isn't it?
It is. I like it cold. There is your dial there. That silver dial is going to heat it up for you like nobody's business.
And I love the fact that although it's a multi-million-pound building, I had to drag a chair in for the handover.
We're not allowed to have We're not allowed to have more chairs than there are people in the studio.
I like it. Yeah, that's from
There
above.
are lots of
That's
rules.
from very high up. So
Yeah.
that's a great rule.
And
That's
the
one
other
of
thing I was going to
best
say,
rules.
probably the worst thing in radio is the handover. They
Yes.
never work.
Oh, they're awful. It's two different styles going.
The talent hate it, because what I'm doing now, your brilliant, amazing audience are getting less of your show because of this.
Yeah.
All right? I'm out of breath from the whole chair situation anyway, so I'm not at my best at the moment. And
Well,
need
I
to
still
kind of,
get
you know-
paid the same for doing less. Here's the thing. Did we meet when you were doing Balls of Steel and I was doing Rise? Did you come on Rise?
God,
Have we met?
Yeah, I was a guest on Rise, which was, I think, an underrated breakfast show.
Yeah. Well, yeah. We had one day where we registered 0 viewers.
So
we were beaten by
literally,
nodding.
yeah.
But we did meet there, and we haven't met since. Here's the thing. Because I feel, and I've heard you filling in on, we listened to you on Sunday night when we were driving home from
Oh,
Manchester.
really?
We listened to the last hour and a half of your show.
That's a great honour.
And I've listened to you on other stage. I'm aware of your work, Mark.
Oh,
and
bless you.
You're one of those people I feel like, I know what it was. I saw you, not in any way, in a dodgy way. I saw you once just walking across Hampstead Heath.
Okay.
And
What was I wearing?
nothing nefarious.
In the dead
and
of
I was,
night.
And I was too nervous to come up and say hello to you.
You're kidding me.
This is like 10,
Well, that's because
12
of
years ago.
the great paradox of the show business
Because we're
stars
idiots.
like yourselves,
Yeah.
is that actually you're probably quite shy.
Yeah, of
Which is
course.
why you do this job,
Yeah.
and it's, one of those ironies.
You've got 10 seconds to tell me one thing that's going to keep the listener, literally the listener, I'm not being cute, tuned to your show.
I'm going to cure diabetes, so I'll see you in a few minutes.
All right, John Gorn. Wow, there we go. This is exciting. Listen, stay tuned. Mark Dolan is up next. Are you doing tonight and tomorrow night?
Yes, I am.
Beautiful. That's
I'm
a
back.
treat. That's
It's
a
a rollover.
treat. Good, and I hope they find a spot for you here permanently. Catherine, thank you very much.
Welcome.
Sam, thank you. Graham, I hope we had a gentleman called Graham wanted to come and watch it, and he watched it. I hope he enjoyed it. Have a lovely weekend. We will be back on Monday. Stay tuned. Mark Dolan up next on Talk Radio.
Talk Radio. Join the Talk Nation.
Dial up and talk radio.
We'll get you talking.